Alright guys, welcome back. We are playing Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 6, Tsumihoroboshi. I don't know if this will be the last episode of this chapter or not. I want to try and finish it. If this is the last subchapter, I want to try and finish it. But I guess I don't know. I don't know how much we have left. If it's like a ton, we won't be able to finish it today. But uh, we'll see. We'll see. We'll try and push through. It just depends. I guess it just depends, right? Like we might have a really long subchapter, in which case I'll try and finish it. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's time. Right? Rena has her plan. It's whatever she's gonna do. Keiichi's got to do something. Keiichi's got to do something to help her. The way I got, it makes me think it's like just that whole idea that Rena had about how all of them had like failed Satoshi and all of that, How does that apply to like Keiichi's situation back in Onikakshu or Rena's situation now, right? Like it's interesting because Keiichi back in Onikakshu, for example, his friends were trying to help him in a sense, right? Of course, they're trying to do little things like cheer him up, and he just like rejected all of it. You know what I mean? Um, with Satoshi wanted help so badly, but it's like what should people have even done? I really don't know, right? It's an interesting thing, I guess. It's like what do you do when someone you care about, like Rena in this case, right? You can tell that they need help, but they like reject it, right? And it could very easily lead or Keiichi, like in Onikachi, right? It could very easily lead to that kind of thing. Yeah, I just feel like there's times where you have to, if someone isn't willing to save themselves in a sense, then if you care about them, you've got to do something, I guess, even against their wishes, right? But it's not an easy thing. That is for sure. Considering Rena's current situation, what is she gonna do? What are we what's the problem here? Right? I'm really worried about whatever her plan exactly is. And not even to talk about all the Rika stuff as well, right? Like Rika's gonna die, apparently. Um, she has found some newfound like hope and confidence, I guess, in the idea that things might not just end up like they always do. But I got bad news for her. This is only chapter 6 out of 8. So I don't think we're gonna get the happy ending. But I hope next time Rika doesn't let that ruin everything for her. I hope the experiences that she's gone through in this chapter, even if everything does end up not working out yet again, like always, she doesn't let that ruin everything, and she still, she carries forward this new hope that Keiichi has like given her in a way forward into next time, right? Okay, I guess we should we gotta start. We gotta get going. Walking with only Mion to school made me miss Rena a lot.
どうしたの
Yeah.
さ、ケイちゃん。さっきからキョロキョロしてさ。
あ
Hey, what
あ、
was Rena?
あ
What do you
なんでもな
mean,
い。
what? Like, what do you think? Come on. It was the same old path to school, but I felt nervous for some reason. I wondered what Rena meant when she said she's going to win a come-from-behind victory last night. Yeah, right? Like, what? I'm worried. I mean, we talked about the idea of her attacking the Sonozaki house, but I don't think that's gonna be it, because, I couldn't stop feeling like something dangerous was going to happen. Rena thought Mion was one of her enemies. She could be lying in wait to attack Mion with a knife.
大
Oh.
丈夫だって。レナがそんな短絡的なことをするわけないよ。
If you say so, but Keiichi would
ま
know,
あ仮にそうでも、
right?
自分の身くらい守れるからね。
Mion said it brightly, as if trying to tell me she wasn't afraid of anything. But I couldn't be optimistic like her, because I knew exactly what Rena was going through. Rena must be determined by now, and she probably wouldn't mind dying fighting against Mion if she wasn't going to win anyway. Of course, that didn't mean she was definitely going to take violent action. But I couldn't deny the possibility either.
それよりおじさんが気にかかるのは、どうしてレナが急に変になっちゃったのか、その理由の方だね。
Sure, right? I mean, that's kind of been the question the whole time, right? Like, what actually is causing this? What is going on, Like, was there any reason? Because it's like, let's say... God, okay. Rika said that there's like 2 different drugs, right? There's the one that makes you rip out your throat and go crazy and kill yourself. And then there's this one that's the cure, right? I don't know if she's lying, I don't know if she's wrong, and if the drug actually is the same one, right? That would make sense to me, and it just has like different effects for some reason, if you're being affected by the thing or not. But it is a separate thing from the actual thing that makes you go crazy, you know what I mean? But like, so what's that thing then, right? It's not just the drug, obviously. And then like, so is everyone who's ever ripped out their throat, have they been injected with the drug? But then that doesn't really make any sense, because like, Rika... Keiichi at the end of chapter 1, that doesn't really make sense. Rika, well... Maybe that does make sense, right? Because if Tomitake was injected with the drug that made him rip out his own throat by Takano, right, just to, like, troll him or something, like, I don't know. I don't know what she's doing. Sure. And then, chapter 1 Keiichi, I have no explanation. Like, I don't know. Rika, obviously in chapter 5, it, like, showed us that happening, right? What would have actually happened if she had successfully injected Shion with it? I assume she would have gotten better, I guess? Stopped being paranoid and crazy? Like, I guess. But, like, what's actually, you know? Was there any reason? I remembered the tragedy. I couldn't remember what made the world go crazy. But I remembered we got lost in that awfully scary world. It started with small things, and those small things continued to pile up, one after another. If you thought about it calmly, you'd laugh, because it was really a stupid thing. But once those little tiny stupid things started to bother you, you couldn't ignore them. It was that kind of disease, yeah, like built-up paranoia, if you could call it one. But there must have been a reason. There must have been a reason that made the world go crazy. But it must be such a small thing that you couldn't even notice. Oh, God, calling me out here, right? Like, what could it possibly be? Well, there has to be something, right, that makes it happen for the individual characters sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't, right? It's like, I've always just related it to, like, the emotional state of the character, and just things that, you know, it just feels like their emotions start spiraling and going crazy, right? Because of, like, some like, trigger points for them, you know? But, I don't know. And unfortunately, the reason was very difficult to understand, and you wouldn't be able to figure it out until you died.
親戚にお医者がいてね、ちょっと聞いてみたんだけど、
Really?
脳とかに腫瘍ができて、たまたまそれが珍しいところだったりすると、性格が急に変わったり、普段と別人みたいになってしまうことがあったりするんだって。
I've heard a lot of stories like that. It's like always awful, you know, when someone's loved one becomes like crazy and violent and starts being insane, and then it's like they die and they find out that they had like a brain tumor. It's very scary to think about how your behavior can be like altered by something like that, like outside of your control, you know? I mean, it's kind of scary in and of itself, the knowledge that like who you are and everything is just stored is up here in your head. If anything happens to it, that's not good, you know? It's like it's very existential.
大昔はこの病気が悪魔つきや狐つきなんて呼ばれて、オカルト的に脚色されてたこともあるんだってさ。
Yeah, makes sense.
ってことはつまり脳という体の一部に起きた
I mean,
肉体的な病気ってわけか。
I don't really think that's what's going on here, right? I don't know.
今回に関しては、
Yeah,
精神
yeah.
的と捉えてもいいかもしれないね。
I guess, but is it just some weird, like, spiritual thing even? Like, it totally could be. It's like those elements of the story do exist to some extent. And is that what it is? I don't know.
レナはリナ鉄平殺しの後、かなり動揺していて、心が不安定になってた時期があった。そんな時期に大石のバカタレが富武さんたちの事件を大げさに吹き込むもんだから。
She was so, like, primed for it.
大石さんって人もさ、高野さんのスクラップ帳に少し似てるとこがあるかもな。
Literally, right? No kidding.
へえ、どの辺が
It's like they make you go insane. Literally.
なんていうのかな。ひなみ沢村連続開始事件というものが存在しているというあたりについて盲信しているというか。
Like just talking to Oishi is like this cognito hazard that's the same as like talking to scrapbooks. No, like unironically, I mean that's been my theory for like forever, right? Like why they called him Oishiro-sama's messenger and all that, you know? Is because literally his crazy psychopathic manipulation of people. Maybe that's going too far, but you know what I mean, right? I think it has like a similar effect in that way of making you doubt people around you and all of that, the same way talking to scrapbooks do. Yeah.
現に5年連続で怒ってるのに、こんなことを言うのもなんだけど。
And that's why he's like related, so closely related to all of these people that have died, or like people close to them and all of that.
もともと連続事件なんて
Yeah,
存在しないんじゃないかって思ってる。
for sure. I agree. It was true that the mysterious incidents happened 5 years in a row, but they were each solved individually. It was the same as a past you didn't need to talk about. We thought of them as a series of mysterious deaths, which is why we thought something's going to happen this year too. It led us to think that there was a conspiracy, and that the Sonozaki family was behind it. We connect those things to the series of mysterious deaths, but we shouldn't do that in the first place. Just like I tried to keep my distance from Rena when I found out about her dark past. Wasn't everybody trying to keep their distance from the dark past of Hinamizawa? Now, I do think there's something that links them all together in a way, which is, you know, the thing that keeps making people go crazy, right? I think the fact that it always happens on Watanagashi, like, makes sense, because there's these, like, culturally influencing factors at play, and it's just, I think there's a whole bunch of things that come together to have made the situation what it is. It's not so simple as just saying, oh, it's just a coincidence that it's happened on Watanagashi every time, right? I think there's reasons why it happens on Watanagashi. It's just a whole bunch of stuff combined together that makes it seem like this, right? And I like that, comparing it to Rena's dark past and all of that. You know, that kind of idea, how it's like your brain, your head, you really want to make connections like that. You know, it's so easy to think the worst of people and places and of situations like this, you know? It's like people are in a way kind of inherently almost unfair to others in a sense because of our desire to see that in people and in things like this, you know? Yeah, it's kind of like an impulse you have to fight against, I suppose, to think that that's what it has to be, you know? And it's like, I like what we did. We did that with Keiichi too, which I really enjoy, like his whole past with the stuff about the BB gun and all of that, because that's something that we had never learned about him, right? For all this time that Keiichi's been our protagonist, for, you know, I don't know, dozens of hours that we've been in his head and stuff. He's never thought about it. We never learned that about him until now. And I don't think anyone, there's no way there's anyone who plays this game, who goes through this story, that because they learned that about Keiichi, they suddenly like hate him and think he's a terrible person or anything like that, you know? And that's because we have the benefit of knowing so much about him. We know what kind of person Keiichi is, and we know all of this stuff about him and all of that, right? And that changes it. That makes you much more understanding and much more fair to him, really. The same way in, like, Onikakushi, it was so much easier to be so much more suspicious of Hinamizawa and of Rena and of Mion and all of these things, because you don't know them. You don't know things about them, and you by default are, like, suspicious in a way, and you connect these things together. But as time goes on, it's like, it's less and less like that, you know? Which I think is just, like, how it works in real life, too, and I think that is a thing that you should really give to everyone in your life, that level of sympathy and understanding for people, because very few people are, like what Rena would say, enemies, you know, very few people really are just evil or something, right? I gotta want to say no one really is, you know? You know, you should extend that level of understanding to, like, everyone, really, right? Takane-san's scrapbooks are a good example. She dramatized both recent incidents and old cruel history. And she made feasible stories out of them, saying that the Sonozaki family was behind it all. Oishi-san did the same thing too. He was so convinced that the Sonozaki family was behind it all that it was making him interpret things the wrong way. Yeah, he has like such a grudge, he's so convinced. In that sense, we could say Oishi-san believed in the same delusion as Rena.
その辺にはさ、何かあるごとに黒幕のように振る舞う園崎家の責任もあるんじゃね
Sure, right? Their behavior doesn't help in terms of like the delusion and everything, you know?
この村では何かおかしなことがあれば、
Yeah.
すべて園崎家の暗躍。
And hey, people outside the village too, like...
それで決着をつけられてしまう魔法の言葉になっちゃってるんだよ。例えて言えばほら、この世の現象はすべてプラズマで
I guess. It's like,
みたいな感じだよ。
it's like people who think, like, they believe in, like, the electric universe idea, that, like, all the laws of physics and everything are actually just, like, electromagnetism. It's, like, a weird, like, conspiracy theory. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about.
ほう。つまりそれは何を
No, no, it isn't. Not really. Okay, Keiichi, come on. That's pretty cool. Plasma Mion. That's you know, that's cool. I like that name. Good old Plasma Mion. We finally found the third twin. Plasma Mion. Maybe. It's over. He's dead. The school. Is Rena gonna show up? You know? I don't know. Because I was thinking, like, she thought the people from the white van, all that, which is still, like, a crazy thing that exists that I'm not forgetting about. Like, the white van stuff is real and means something. I don't know. She thought the people from the white van, like, were here at the school, and, like, I don't even know. Were those them? Were they, you know? It's still unknown. So that's interesting, you know, that they were looking for her here. I can imagine her showing up. I don't know, is that what she wants to do? Does she want to try and take them out? Probably not. That wouldn't really fix anything from her point of view, right? Hi, Rika. Sadako and Rika-chan looked a little sad when they only saw the two of us. If the three of us came to school together like always, they would have been really happy. But her classmates were as noisy as usual. Nobody seemed to make a big deal out of Rena's absence. Chi-sensei was going to be here soon, and she'd start morning homeroom. Everyone was fooling around as if they didn't want to miss a second of the time until then. Ooh. Oh god. Oh Jesus, don't say that. That terrifies me. That makes me think of the end of chapter 3, when Keiichi was walking around Hinamizawa and saying how, like, bad it smelled and stuff. Jesus. It smelled like gasoline or something, and it really stank. Okay, I like, that wouldn't be happening right now, right? Like, what? Someone from the forestry service must have been putting gasoline into construction equipment or something. I hope that's all it is. Some students near the windows were making a fuss because they wanted to close the windows to shut out the smell. Like, I'm, like, terrified now, actually. Like, what is about to happen? Our school wasn't a normal school compared to others. We were using a part of the forestry service building. Unusual things like this happen sometimes.
いやいや、こんなの大したことないって。いつだったかな。貝塚いぶきを剪定した枝葉をトラック山盛り何杯分か運び込んできたことがあってさ。あれはひどかった。
Ooh, I see.
あの独特の刺激臭は頭痛を起こさせるよね。
I don't know anything about juniper.
貝塚いぶき。
Okay, well, I know what juniper is. I'm not Sadako. I'm not Sadako. Trust me.
お野菜の名前なのです。たまにカレーに入ってますのですよ。
今度スーパーに行ったら探してみろ。
She wouldn't be able to recognize it.
よくわかんないけど、最初はリカとケイチさんに毒味をさせた方が良さそうでございますわね。あれ、俺たちのボールがね。
Okay.
お前がまた隠したんだろう。
Maybe there's a trap. The boys seemed to be looking for their ball for a while, and they yelled at Sadako.
誰がそんなものを隠します？
Okay, it smells like gas outside. Their ball is missing. What is happening? What is going on?
少し気の利いたものを隠しましたよ。ほらほら、先生来たよ。みんな席に着きな。はい、皆さん。
Rena doused the roof in gasoline or something. Is gonna light it on fire. Like, I guess what would that possibly achieve, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
席に着いてください。
Like, if the white van people are here for some reason, then unironically I would start thinking that, but I don't know. I kept thinking about Rena the whole time during class. I thought about what she said last night. I wonder what her come from behind victory means. Yeah, me too, Keiichi. According to Takano-san's delusion, the masterminds behind the bioterrorism were the three families and a group of fanatical believers that controlled those three. In other words, the Sonozaki family. What could Rena do alone against them? Mion lived with her grandmother, the leader of the Sonozaki family. There were only two of them in the house. It was possible that Rena would try to break into their house with a knife. I mean, if her target's Mion, if that's all she's trying to do, then yeah, I guess she could attack her at school as well, right? Sure. But I'd already come up with that possibility last night. That's why I called Mion and warned her. On the way to school this morning, Mion told me some bodyguards from the Corps had been at her house since this morning. I mean, here's what I'm thinking now, right? What just popped into my head. It's like, if Rena thinks everyone is a skinwalker that's already been taken over by the parasite and blah, 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 it wouldn't be that crazy for her to not care if she kills a whole bunch of people, right? Like, if she really just wants to take out Mion, I was thinking, like, well, she probably wouldn't want to do it at school, because, like, what if other people get hurt, right? Like, she lights the school on fire or something, right? Try and kill Mion. You know, I'd think, well, she wouldn't want to do that. She doesn't want to kill, like, Sadako and everyone, you know? But I guess she thinks everyone is already a parasite and is a skin-walking alien doppelganger. So she'd be thinking she's, like, saving them, putting them out of their misery. You know what I mean? So maybe that wouldn't be that crazy. She told me she'd be guarded herself, too. There's a black car parked near the school gates. They must have been the bodyguards. Interesting. But, according to Takuna's parasite theory, the battle wouldn't end just by attacking the leader of the Sonozaki family. According to the delusion she believes in, the conditions of her victory were more complicated than that. She needed to expose the group of fanatics who were behind the Sonozaki family, and she needed to destroy their research on the parasite. Plus, Rena didn't have much time left, thanks to that suspicious poison she mentioned. But how exactly could she win a from behind victory under circumstances like that? She might interpret that the town council are the group of fanatics. If so, she might attack them the next time they have a meeting at the shrine. The town council meets once a month at most. It would be hard to believe that they were holding a meeting today. She probably thought the place researching the parasite is the Eerie Clinic. Yeah. Rena suspected that there was something fishy about the clinic from the beginning. And that suspicion must have changed to certainty in her head by now. Did that mean she was going to attack the clinic? This wasn't like an action movie. What could she do all by herself? Was she going to start a fire? No, that would be pointless. In order to expose the conspiracy, she'd have to get proof that they were actually studying the parasite. Was she going to break into the clinic and get questionable, weird samples? I kind of hope she does. Maybe Eerie can help her, right? That would actually, maybe that'd be good. Maybe that'd be good. Like, maybe, right? The last problem involved was how much time she had left. If she believed she didn't have much time left, especially under desperate, disadvantageous conditions, she might try to stab whoever she thought of as an enemy. But Rena sounded like she really believed she would regain her happy and peaceful days after everything was over. Rena probably meant she was going to stay alive and win. Was there something like an antidote? In a sense, yeah. It didn't have to be real. As long as it was an antidote to Rena's delusions, it didn't matter what it was. It could even be the water you washed your vegetables with. But if she thought she could get the antidote so easily, she wouldn't have been so desperate about the time she has left. The antidote must be difficult for her to get. The easiest place for that, in her delusion, was that it was hidden somewhere in the clinic. Putting it all together like that, I felt like Eerie and his clinic were in danger. Okay. Now that I thought about it, the elderly people in the village, including the members of town council, hung out in the waiting room of the clinic all the time. If most of the board members happened to gather there, for her, it'd be the perfect place to attack. I told Mion about that during lunch break.
普段ならそんなバカなって言いたいところだけど、その可能性を全く否定できなくもないからね。本家に電話してみるよ。診療所にも人を配置するように言っとく。
Okay. Mion didn't object to my crazy idea. It's just the problem is all these people were sending places and stuff. It's like Ren is so paranoid. It kind of makes me worry. It's like I wonder how she reacts to that. You know, I don't know. She put down her chopsticks and went to the teacher's office to make a phone call. Like seeing like this car outside the school, for example. Like that kind of stuff. You know, it's like how does Rena... Because she's obviously going to notice that. And what's that going to mean for her? You know, how is she going to interpret that, you know?
先ほどからなんだか物騒な話でございますけど、本当にレナさんがそんな恐ろしいことをなさいます
Yeah, right? Like, Jesus.
診療所を襲うなんて信じられませんわ。
I mean, thank God it's Rena and not you, Sadako. If you were the one in Rena's shoes right now, you would have the craziest trap of all time. Like, like, man, I don't know.
するかもしれない。しないかもしれない。でもな、怒っちまったらおしまいなんだよ。
And maybe that's what we need. We need Sadako to set a trap for Rena.
惨劇に抗うってことは。
何事もないことを祈りたいのです。
Hey, that would be very nice, Rika.
わかりました。若いのを2人ほど診療所に送ります。
まさかとは思うけどね。何をやらかすか分かったもんじゃない。
姿を見たら直ちに引っ捕らえてしまって構いませんか？
本当は嫌なんだけど
yeah,
な。
right? Like,
どうしようね。
先日の会合で竜宮レナを確保して警察に引き
right,
渡すことで
right.
決着しています。
And we gotta get her a lawyer.
ですので、ひっ捕らえても一応筋は通ります。
I
うちの
suppose.
対面じゃなくて、
Yeah,
レ
yeah.
ナの
I,
心情的に気の毒だなってこ
that's the
と。
problem. And it's like, we need to... Rika needs to inject her. Like, that's all we need to do.
本当に
I don't
静
know.
かに静かに決着したいんだけどね。
I wish Rika would, like, say that. Can Rika just spill the beans already and be like, hey, guys, I have this syringe that we can inject her with that will fix everything if we somehow... It's, you know, like, come on. Right? It can't be that crazy. I do wonder at all of Rika's, like, I don't know, attempts that she's had. I assume, like, before she's tried to talk to people about it and tell them about it, assuming there's not some weird reason she can't. And then there must be a reason why she doesn't do it then, right? Just no one believes her, probably.
まあ、お若いですから。
They would think she's going crazy like Rena. I don't know.
人さえ殺さなければ、大抵はごめんなさいで済みますよ。
I suppose. I mean, she has... I killed a few people, yeah.
あ、いえいえ、見つからなければセーフですから。
Sure.
セーフ、セーフ。沖宮の界隈では、
Oh,
あの
so
二
she
人の
did...
失踪を気にする者はいません。
She did tell Kasai, okay.
何かのヤバい話を踏んで、夜逃げしたんだろうということになっています。
Makes sense.
あの程度のゴロつき、
Oh.
次から次へで
I
す。
still think the consequences of that action can't be so easily escaped, though, you know?
ですから、セーフ、セーフ。
アウトだのセーフだの。私ら野球拳でもやってるわけ？
Maybe. We need Erie. We need the coach.
それじゃあくれぐれもよろしくお願いします。
了解しました。では、ひっ捕らえてよろしいんですね。
Oh god, I'm just thinking the Sonozaki's chasing
ちゃん
Rena
とタッチア
through
ウト
the
にするんだ
streets
よ
or something, like... Oh
クロ
no.
スプレーなんかにしないように
Yeah,
よろしく頼みます。
I couldn't help but have a silly chat with Kasai-san. When I put the phone down, I sensed Shi-sensei was looking at me. Me on perspective, we never get that. No wonder, as she had been able to hear the conversation clearly in this tiny room. Shi-sensei put her spoon down, and with a sad look on her face, she asked to follow him.
今の電話は
Oh,
リリーさんを巡る
yeah,
話ですか？
indeed.
まあ、はい。園崎さん、竜宮さんはどうして家出をしちゃったんでしょう？
Basically, yeah.
友達として何か知ってはいませんか？
It was hard for anyone to understand Rena's situation, except for me and Keiichi. So, most of them thought that Rena just ran away from home. But after she did, the cops made too much of a fuss over it. Uishi stupidly believed that the scrapbooks were a big scoop, and he overreacted in trying to find Rena. He had patrol cars running around everywhere in the village. He even used the town council's phone directory to find her. So, people in the village thought Rena did something wrong and was trying to run from the cops. What was going to be difficult for me, more than finding her, was to make up a story to retrieve Rena's honor after they detain her. What about this? Rena went for a walk, fell down and hit her head on the edge of some tofu, and lost her memory. Perfect. There we go. Uishi misunderstood something big time, and he thought she was a criminal. It was too easy. There we go. Yeah, there we go. This is the power of Mion's internal thoughts right here. She's so smart. Anyway, we did make it clear that Uishi was the one who misunderstood everything at the meeting the other day. I had to make the best use of his name while he was feeling down for once. What I'd have to do was to not make a big deal about this situation, and to create an environment that allowed Rena to forget everything that happened, in order to get her life back together as soon as possible.
大丈夫ですよ、先生。
Aw, it feels so weird to be in Mion's head, doesn't it? Because it's like for so long she was the center of so many like questions and unsure stuff about like the Sonozakis and everything, you know? But it's like at this point we know to trust her completely about everything. We know she's just normal, you know? There's no reason that we can't be in her head. Like, of course, you know?
レナは今ちょっと病気になってるだけです。それを警察の某ベテラン刑事が素敵に勘違いして
As always.
話をややこしく。まさか先生、
It's...
レナが悪いことをして逃走中なんて信じちゃいないですよね。
That's a very
それはもちろんです。
specific way to phrase it.
でも家出することによって
Yeah.
ご家族におかけしている迷惑を考えれば悪くないということはありません。
She had a fight with her father, and she ran away from home for a little while. She acted childish, and that's all. Maybe that'd be the best story to go with.
何か悩みがあったのでしょうか。
Yeah, she
それに気づけなかった
sure does.
私は
Oh god, don't
教
say
師失
that.
格ですね。
Chi is awesome. Like, please.
竜宮さんとじっくりお話がしたかったです。
It's not always that simple, right? She has to be open to it.
ちょっとヘビーに考えすぎです。もうちょっとリラックスリラックス。プチ家出なんて今時珍しくないですって。はあ、竜宮さんがこのまま不良になってしまって。
Okay, well, we're a little bit past that. We're a little bit past that already, honestly. She's not like a delinquent, but like, you know, she has killed 2 people, and she is planning on doing something horrible. So, you know. So, God, stop. Ryugu-san becomes a bad kid. She does something bad and gets arrested by the police. It's her teacher's responsibility. I'll be dishonorably discharged. I can't eat curry anymore. Oh no. Oh god, I'm dead. Oh Jesus. It's over. Oh no. Yeah, maybe Chi-sensei is the key.Maybe she's gonna go out there and fix all of this. For the sake of curry, right? Like, there we go. That is the key. That is what we've needed the whole time. Chi-sensei seems comically upset by her own imagination. It looked funny, so I decided to leave her alone. So, right. I made to leave the teacher's office to go back to the classroom, but right then, the phone rang. I bet it's Uishi. Chi-sensei had to answer the phone all day because the principal was on a business trip. I exited the hallway. Oh, if only the principal was here. Then, I heard the tone of her voice change. Is it Rena? What? I yelled and looked back at her. It was probably Rena, yeah. She called the school. I tried to go back inside the teacher's office, but Chi-sensei gestured at me not to come in. Chi-sensei acknowledged what Rena was saying several times, and then she looked up at the clock. Okay. Oh, I'm worried. She said only that, put the phone down, and got her purse out of her locker. Oh god, come on, we gotta go too. No, Keiichi, Mion, yeah, we gotta follow her. Like, please. She took a car key out from her purse. It was obvious she was going to see Rena somewhere. Oh, come on. Oh no, oh no. Chi-sensei completely ignored me and ran out into the hallway. What would Rena... What? What would Rena possibly be calling Chi about? And wanting to meet her somewhere? At the dam site? I don't know. She ran to the schoolyard and got into her car. The moment her car left through the gate, I ran out into the schoolyard myself. To see, like, which direction she goes. I headed for the black car parked near the gate and knocked on the window. Oh, or just to follow. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, they're gonna follow. Okay, okay. Right, right. We need Shion. We need all hands on deck. We need Shion here too, like, for sure. Rena must have told Chi-sensei that she wanted to talk to her alone. I could tell that easily from the way she ignored my question. I did feel a little bad for ruining their promise, but it was very important that we caught her before she did something wrong. We could still make up an excuse that she was just wandering around because she had a fight with her father and ran away from home. But if she set fire to the clinic or something, oh god, don't say that. Oh god, it smells like gasoline. I am worried. What if Rena has planted, she's doused the roof of a bunch of buildings with gas and is gonna run around and light them all on fire? Just the whole village? I mean, that's impossible, right? That would be ridiculous. But I don't know. But if she set fire to the clinic or something, there'd be nothing I could do. The car made a rough U-turn on the gravel road, and it chased after Chi-sensei's car at full speed. I watched the car until it was gone. All I could do now was pray that this would be settled calmly. Oh, God. God, their school really is so unserious. You know, like, I really worry about the education all these kids are getting. We talked about that in, like, chapter 1, but come on. Mion ran up to me and spoke quietly. I mean, she's doing her best, but, you know, it's too much. It's too much. Assumedly, I mean, again, assuming it's Rena. I don't know who it would be other than Rena, obviously. Yeah, I mean, who on earth could it be otherwise? I don't know, right? But why would Rena call her? What would Rena... I don't know. I don't know.
レナのやつ、一体どういうつもりなんだ？
Something terrifying.
わかんない。とにかくうちの車に先生の後を追わせてる。レナには悪いけど、そこで踏んづかまえる。
Okay.
うまくいくといいな。
What if it's like bait? What if it's like bait? Wait. What if Rena is doing this to draw Chi away and draw... Like, what if this is like a giant big brain move from Rena, right? To draw Chi away, and it's like she might have assumed that Mion would do what she did and have the Sonozakis follow Chi as well. What if that's the point of this, right? Like, maybe, right? Because I can't think of where Rena would want to meet. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know.
任せとこう。
And like maybe like Oishi will get contacted somehow too, and he'll show up there, and it's just Rena's just not there or something, you know, wherever it is.
一見落着なのか。
だね。そしたらとりあえず病院に放り込むよ。
Oh, I just don't know if it's gonna be that
専
simple.
門の医者が見たら、なんだってくらいに典型的な何かの病気だよきっと。
It's very rarely that simple.
強迫性、心因性、ストレスなんたらとか、多分そんな感じのやつ。
I don't think it's that easy. While we were spending our afternoon studying peacefully, the members of the Sonozaki family would capture Rena, who was waiting for Chi-sensei somewhere. The problem would be solved. It wasn't going to be easy after that, but I was sure Mion would take good care of her. And in the end, everybody would understand that Rena just ran away from home because of a silly fight with her father. A happy ending. Oh, I don't know.
一見落着でしょ?
Mion winked at me. She looked like she had already thought everything was over. But that just didn't sound right to me. Yeah, me neither. I couldn't see any connection between Rena and Chi-sensei. It was hard to explain, but there was something wrong. Yeah. I wasn't saying that they didn't get along. Rena was a good student, so Chi-sensei had a good relationship with her. But I just didn't understand what Rena wanted from Chi-sensei. While I was thinking about it, the door opened, and one of our classmates came back from the bathroom. What? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing right now? Rena, what are we doing? Rena, what is happening? Like, what? 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 Excuse me? Huh? Are we hallucinating? What are we talking about? Okay. Rena, what the hell are we doing right now? Please, someone explain it to me. Like, what? What? What are we doing? She has her hatchet, right? Is she threatening us? Is she holding us all hostage? For what purpose? Is she gonna start killing us all? What are we doing? What are we doing here? What's the plan, right? God. Oh, God.
Rena!
みんな、起立起立。
It's okay.
教室の真ん中に集まって。
Everyone gasped in surprise. Even Chi-sensei couldn't make everybody go so quiet all of a sudden. Rena, literally, what the hell is going on? Like, what? One was gripping the shoulder of the student who came back from the bathroom. In her other hand, she had a big, scary-looking hatchet. It was the same one she had the other night. Rena, what are we doing? Rena. Everyone immediately understood that Rena had taken a hostage. Yeah, like, what are we doing? Oh, God. Oh, good. Right. Nobody grasped what she was asking us to do. We all froze. Rena was the only one who was smiling. It was terrifying. Right. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Rena,
oh, God. Oh, no. Bam. A loud noise washed out Mion's voice. Rena hit the teacher's desk really hard with her hatchet. She pulled out the hatchet, making an ominous ripping noise. There's now a line of violence carved plainly into the desk. Uh-oh. She broke it. Chi-sensei's gonna get mad when she comes back. A little bit more than that. No, that wasn't it. What the hell? Oh, God. Oh god.
ケイイチ君だけは最後まで私の仲間
I
なんだ
didn't
よね。
trust her. What did Mion do to make her not trust her? Send the Sonozakis to the same place she sent Chi? Is that, you know?
だから
Oh
信
god.
じていいんだよね。
Rena, your eyes. You look so scary. Oh, Keiichi, I mean, this is it, man. Like, we gotta... Oh god. I've never seen eyes like that in my life. Your eyes are full of insanity. Why are people afraid of insanity? Insanity means that a person doesn't share the same values and the same common sense as us. For example, say a thief breaks into your house and he ties you up. You'll get scared and wonder if he's going to stab you before he leaves. But you hope that the thief has feelings too, and that he's not going to kill you for no reason. But, oh, no matter how bad that person is, we tend to believe in his goodwill, as long as we share the same values, the same common sense, and the same morals as him. But we can't accept goodwill from somebody who doesn't have those things. We can't expect goodwill from a person who can't communicate with us. When a burglar has a knife and you beg him not to hurt you, you expect him to listen to you and show you mercy. In other words, you could still communicate with him. But if he doesn't have the ability to communicate, he's just like a monster that's trying to attack you, or like the blade of a guillotine that's falling down on you. You fear him because you can't communicate with him. That's insanity. It was the same fear we were feeling towards Rena at that very moment. She looked like a human just like us, but there's no room for her to communicate with us like a normal person could do. Everybody understood that fear instinctively.
ケイイチ君、
Oh god, oh
机を
god.
どけさせて、教室の真ん中に広場を作って。
Okay, what? Rena,
みんなレナが言うのに従おう。
what are we doing? Rena was like a barrel of gunpowder at that moment. She seemed really calm and quiet, but she could explode at any minute. When she did, I doubt she'd show us any mercy. She probably wouldn't hesitate to use that hatchet on us. That's right, just like how I didn't feel guilty or hesitate to kill Rena and Mion. Yeah. Oh god. Everybody went all quiet while pushing the desks against the wall to make a space where Rena wanted it. Rena, saying that we're moving too slow, oh Jesus, hit the blackboard with the hatchet, making a horrible noise. Every time she did that, she left an equally horrible scar on the blackboard, the thing that we looked at most in the school.
じゃあケイイチ君、みんなのロッカーから縄跳びを出してもらえるかな。
The jump ropes? Are we tying everyone up?
それを使って
Oh god, oh god, oh god. No, we can't, no, wait, no. No. Keiichi, we can't do this, Keiichi. You're her friend. You've got to learn when that means we can't do this, right? We can't just be her accomplice, right? Like, we've gotta... we're gonna tie everyone up, she's gonna start burning the school down. No. Nope. What do we do? What do we possibly do? I mean, frankly, if everyone just attacked her right now, they could stop her, right? Like, if everyone just, like, jumped on her, that'd probably be really hard to do. Oh, Jesus. Keiichi. Oh god, oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
上手に縛れないぞ。
後でちゃんと縛れているか、ゆるい人はその場で殺しちゃうから。
Oh, okay. Alright, okay. Thanks, Rena, thank you. Yeah, good. We were still kids. We saw the word kill all the time. It was used a lot in comic books and cartoons, after all. So, normally you'd assume we'd be used to hearing the word kill. But, I mean, in a real context, like, no, not at all. But when Rena said she'd kill us, it sounded so frightening. I'd never heard something like that before in my life. Oh, no one has, you know? Has a single person watching this ever been threatened? Someone saying that they're going to kill you, and it's, like, real? You know, that's just not something that people experience, for the most part, you know? Like, oh, God. For Rena, our lives were like cards she could use for negotiation. She'd get rid of one card every time somebody refused her request. Get rid of? Damn it. Why did we use such scary words like get rid of for simple things like playing cards? Anyway, there are about 20 students in the class. There's a little bit too many for Rena to handle. She might get rid of one or two just to set an example. Oh god, Rena, please, no. I decided to do what Rena said because I didn't want to make her lose her temper. I got out everybody's jump ropes from their lockers.
じゃあみんな、床にうつ伏せになってね。
Oh, Rena.
ケイイチ君は後ろ手にどんどん縛っていって。きっちり縛るんだよ。ケイイチ君は私の味方だ。
No, we're not on your side. No, they're...
わざと緩くなんか
There's a time where your friends can't just be on your side, and that's like right now, right? Like Keiichi's gonna do something, I'm sure, he has to. But oh god. Mion tried to make eye contact with me. If everybody was tied down, we wouldn't be able to stop her from occupying the school. There are more than 20 students in this class. Half of them were boys, and most of them were smaller than Rena. But there were enough people to overpower her, yeah, right? But like, she would still just start wildly swinging and killing people, like oh god. But if we did that, Ren would probably hit her hostage with the hatchet. Yeah, she'd use the hatchet to attack the rest of us without hesitation. It'd be a bloody battle. I mean, that has to be the last resort. Like, I don't even know. I'm sure somebody would get hurt if we tried to overpower her. But the hostage would be seriously injured, or maybe even die. And then it's like, it's over for Rena, you know? It's like, there's no coming back from that. If that happened, it was over. No matter how hard we tried to cover up, she'd never be able to live peacefully like before. Oh, Mion seemed to understand that too. I could tell from Rena's eyes that she wasn't going to go easy on us. If somebody showed defiance, she'd break the hostage's head open immediately. Of course, Rena had done that before. She'd probably do it again with no hesitation. But, as long as we did what she said, we could prevent that bloody tragedy. If we could somehow solve the situation without shedding any blood, with Mion's influence, we might still be able to pretend that this never happened. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, why? Like, what? Like, oh my god. It's just, how are we here right now? Like, what is happening, you know? Like, it's just, oh god. At the least, we had to make sure she didn't kill anyone. Mion tried to think of ways to overpower Rena, but she couldn't come up with any good ideas to save the hostage, yeah, and that's what has to... Oh, yeah. That's how easy it would be for Rena to kill them. The best thing to do at the time was to wait for a chance without agitating her further. Mion lay down on the floor, and everyone else followed suit, sluggish with terror. And I was left alone, standing rooted to the spot with jump ropes in my hands. Oh, he's the only one who has any chance of doing anything, you know? All of my classmates were laying face down on the floor, while Rena was pointing the hatchet at the hostage, watching our every move from behind the teacher's desk. I just stood frozen in the middle of it all. Oh god. Rena. Like, what else? That's great. Some of the little kids started crying when they heard the word die. Oh god. Right. Damn it. What a bold threat. She said I was her friend, but she was just playing with the meaning of the word. I was the last person who could still fight against Rena under these circumstances. But it wasn't going to be easy to overpower her by myself. I wasn't sure if I could do that. Even if I tried to act tough, once Rena pointed the hatchet at somebody's neck, it was over. I shouldn't fight against her for now. Yeah. I should just wait for a chance. As long as Rena was alone, there would be a chance. She made me tie them up because she couldn't do that by herself. There's a limit to what she could do because she was by herself. If we could cover this up somehow before Chi-sensei came back, we'd still be able to pretend like we were kidding around. I finally realized something. I've realized why Rena called Chi-sensei to meet up with her. Yeah, to get her out of here, right? In order for Rena to take over the classroom, she needed to get rid of Chi-sensei. Chi-sensei had a very strong sense of justice. Even if Rena had a gun, she wouldn't hesitate to overpower her. Ooh. She was the kind of teacher who would risk her life for her students. Rena needed to figure out how to get rid of Chi-sensei. That was the key to her plan. Oh, god. Rena probably thought about attacking her from behind at first. But there was a risk there, as Chi-sensei was a grown-up woman, so she probably thought that attacking her directly wasn't a wise choice. So, naturally, the next option was to lure her out somewhere. Rena called Chi-sensei and told her she wanted to talk to her in private, in order to lure her out to someplace far from here. Most people, including Chi-sensei, thought Rena was just running away from home. So Chi-sensei must have thought Rena had some problems she wanted to talk to her about. It was too easy to deceive her. Oh, where did she make that phone call from? She probably used the phone in the school. Well, not in school to be exact. She probably used the phone on the second floor of the school. The one belonged to the forestry service. Okay. The school was using part of the forestry service building, but this particular location was more of a branch office, so it's not like somebody was here all the time. Rena knew that, and she probably had been hiding there for a while. She called the phone on the first floor from the second floor, and she made Chi-sensei leave the school. I don't think it was a coincidence that the principal was on a business trip today. She probably snuck into the school yesterday. She saw the principal's schedule, learned how to call the phone on the first floor from the second, and carried out her plan. She planned it perfectly. Yeah, I knew it. The perfect crime, just like Keiichi. Rena was insane, but I knew she was actually really calm. She was possessed by her delusion, but she was also unbelievably calm about it. So, she could still think fast. I knew that very well, because I'd been through the same thing before. What was worse is that Mion's bodyguards were gone. Mion told them to follow Chi-sensei, because she thought Chi-sensei was going to meet with Rena. Oh, yeah, right? If they were still here, it'd be fine. Damn it. Everything seemed to be working out in her favor. Oh. What's in terms of Rika's dice analogy, what does that mean, huh? Rena really rolled a 6 with this, huh? But it's not like the outcome is good still, you know? I tied up the last person, and I looked in Rena's direction. If I didn't tie them up really tightly, Rena would kill them. But when I tied them too tightly, they suffered in pain. Their pain cries made me feel useless. Oh. It's okay. I guess. Oh, God. Oh, Rena, what are we doing? Oh, great, yeah, right. Oh. Awesome, great, good, yeah, good, yeah, let's make a fun little game out of it, yeah. Awesome, good. Oh god, there's like no coming back from this already. Like, I don't know, right? Like how, even if she doesn't kill anyone, like what the hell are we gonna do? Right? Like I don't know, all these kids are scarred for life and it's over. Like I don't know. Oh god. That feels like such a meaningful, you know, that means a lot, I think, from her, considering like the way she thinks about life and stuff and all of that, you know? Yeah. How awful. She totally understood how to threaten people. Normally, you stand against an attacker at your own risk. If you fail, you're going to die. But if you were responsible for someone else, then you couldn't try to resist. You can't risk somebody's life with your own decisions. Oh. Yay! It was too late to fight back. I followed her orders. I just had to wait for a chance. We could still turn this into some kind of bad joke. No, we can't. I had to do something. Anyway, what are you planning to do, Rena? Don't tell me this is the come-from-behind victory you were talking about. Yeah, right? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Rena! Oh, God. God, the music ended at, like, the perfect time, huh? Okay, the police station in Okonomiya, do they know what's going on somehow? How would they know, though? How would they have any idea what's happening? How would they have any connection to this? Because of the Sonozakis being on the move? How do they know? How do they know? Okay, awesome, I guess. How do they possibly know? Oh, that scares me, though, because, like, if they show up, what is Rena gonna do? How do they know? Oh, God, it's evening already, huh? What's up, Kuma guy? Oishi, you know, I'm never happy to see you, but I guess right now, you can do something, theoretically.
ご苦労様っす。本日午後1時頃、ひなみ沢エリン署内のひなみ沢分校区画にて教室占拠が発生しました。当時教室にいた生徒25名全員が拘束されている模様。
Unless this is part of Rena's plan. What if Rena herself called them, right? What if Rena wants the cops here for some reason?
犯人側の第一要求は、エリン署敷地内への一切の立ち入りの禁止と、当保へのホットラインの確保です。
Okay.
ってことは、初めから警察と交渉する気ってことですか。どういうつもりだ。
あと犯人は交渉人に大石さんを指名してます。犯人は竜宮玲奈。
Oh God, what does Oishi think of that, huh? Like, Jesus. I don't say that, please. I can only hope. Oishi gave a crooked smile.
竜宮玲奈以外に犯人がいるか不明です。カーテンが閉められているので状況も一切確認できていません。
通報者に選挙時の様子は聞いてませんか？
Yeah, what? Oh, okay, she did. I see. So what are we doing then?
内部の状況は一切不明。
What does she want, you know?
犯人は犯行直前に竜宮玲奈の電話呼び出しを受け、
Oh God.
連邦に呼び出された間の犯行です。
She is gonna lose her mind when she learns about all this, right? Like, oh God.
計画的ですね。営林署側の人間は人質には？
今日は営林署職員は不在でした。よって生徒25名のみ。
Yeah.
生徒数は担任が出席簿で確認した人数です。
それプラス犯人。
Right, right.
竜宮玲奈以外に犯人らしき人影は？
The white van people show up too.
何度かカーテンから覗く人影がありましたが、いずれも竜宮玲奈本人でした。ですが規模他を考えて、おそらく最低でももう一人二人はいると予想されます。
単独犯かもしれませんよ。
Yeah. I mean, Keiichi's helping, in a way. Rena Ryugu is a true believer in Miyotaka's scrapbooks. According to those scrapbooks, the entire village was Rena Ryugu's enemy. She didn't have anyone she can trust. However, Oishi had also believed in Miyotaka's delusion. It was possible that someone who was influenced in the same way was following Rena Ryugu.
Oh
God. Oh, I don't want to see Chi. I'm gonna be so sad. Oh God. Oh God. Oishi ran up to Chi-sensei, who was crying with a handkerchief held up to her face. Oh, poor girl. God. Yeah, I mean... Oh, God.
マニュアル通りなら最近の竜宮さんの状況についてお聞きするところなんですがね。
And it's so sad how Rena had like all those moments of like doubting Chi too and thinking there'd be something like evil and nefarious about her when she's just such a nice, great person, you know? Like, oh God.
多分竜宮さんに限っては先生より
shut
私の方が詳しいように思います。まあ気を落とされずになんとか穏便に解決しますからご安心を。
I hope. Chi-sensei was huddled over, and Oishi didn't think he could say anything else to her. On the contrary, the principal was staying strong, trying to figure out how to take care of the situation. I mean, so the principal is like an ancient shonen protagonist, right? If some of the stuff in chapter 1 was anything to go by. So, surely he can break in there and, like, do karate or something and save the day, right? Like, surely that's what will happen, right? Come on. Oh, really? I mean, there's no way Rena's gonna do that, right? No way. Oh God, come on. I think it's gonna happen. Oh God.
先生方、どうかご自分を責められないでください。先生方には校内の状況についていろいろとお聞きしたいことがありますので、ご協力をお願いいたします。ボンジ君、図面の方で話を聞いてあげてください。
The blueprints. Okay, okay. Of the school, I guess. Wonder what we'd be looking for.
はいはい、もしもし。大石です。
Not great. That's for sure.
わかってます。あと、犯人側が私を交渉人に指定してきてるようですが、問題ありませんかね。
竜宮玲奈の件は先日の寄生虫の話以外よく知ってる。その流れなら犯人は君のまだ味方だと思ってくれているんだと思う。
Maybe.
大石君以外には務まらない。くれぐれもよろしく頼むよ。
本当はすっごく嫌なんですがね。 ちょっと今回はいろいろとお騒がせした責任を感じてますので、
I guess.
罪滅ぼしに一つ。
Oh, he just said it. He just said it. Tsumihoroboshi, didn't he? Am I crazy?
本当はすっごく嫌なんですがね。ちょっと今回はいろいろとお騒がせした責任を感じてますので、罪滅ぼしに一つ。
Yeah, okay.
お引き受けさせていただきます。
Can Oishi atone? Can Oishi atone for it? Maybe. I don't know. In my mind, can he atone for everything that he's done? I mean, he hasn't. I hate Oishi so much, but like, come on, right? Like, I'm obviously unfair to him in a sense, right? Like, you know, he doesn't mean to be doing what he does, obviously. So, sure.
おいさん、車載電話に犯人です。
早速ご指名の電話が来ました。早速出ることにします。ありがとう。はい、もしもし、大石です。
大石さんですか？
God, oh, we're back in her perspective, huh?
どうも、竜宮です。
どうも。大石です。
車載電話って電波とかが悪いんですか？たまにちょっと聞こえにくくなりますね。
私と同じでね、定年間近なんですよ、きっと。
Oishi and I exchanged friendly words. A long cord trailed through the hallway from the teacher's office. That cord extended further to the phone on the podium in the classroom.
では、本題に入りますね。
Okay, let's do that,
ま
I
ず最初
suppose.
に、あなたが交渉人たる資格があるか確認します。
What is she gonna demand? I just have no idea.
大石さんは私の味方ですよね。
Ooh, maybe.
あなたと私で園崎家の陰謀を暴こうじゃないですか。
Oishi answered without hesitation. Was he still my ally? Or was this sly detective just saying what I wanted to hear? Either way, I only had Oishi to depend on. If I couldn't trust him, I was stuck. There'd be nothing else I could do.
Keiichi君も一時期は私が言ってることを信じてくれなかったんだよね。でも今は信じるでしょ。
Oh God, I mean, Keiichi-kun was sitting on the floor facing away from me, his head resting in his hands. Oh God.
今はもう私の仲間で味方だもんね。
ああ、
Oh.
そうだ。
Rena Ryugu asked Keiichi Maibara if he was her comrade, but I couldn't hear his voice. Was she trying to tell me that Keiichi Maibara was still alive, or that he was being forced to obey her because of the hostages?
前原さんも竜宮さんの味方なんですね。心強いことです。
How nice.
あなたも一時期前原さんを少し疑われていたじゃないですか。
モデルガンの事件を聞いて、
Ooh.
なんて人だろうって思った。でも過去の事件で今を見損なっちゃいけない。
Fool us. That's an interesting way to put it, saying that the past fools you.
それらを踏み台にして、私たちはより良い理想の自分になれるように成長していかなくちゃならないんだから。
That's not really what we're doing right now, though. Right? Like, I don't know.
とてもいいことを言いますね。まさにその通りです。
だから私たちは許し合ったの。だから圭一君のことを私はもう疑わない。
Okay.
圭一君は仲間。
But what if you're wrong, right, Rena? Like that's kind of the part of the equation you're ignoring, is you being wrong.
わかりました。ならばそれは私にとっても圭一君は仲間。
Oh, is he gonna ask to talk on the phone with just Keiichi, and maybe they can like, you know, do something? Yeah, I don't know.
後で言っておきますね。
圭一君にも
Yeah. We'll Rena let that happen there. Rena's not dumb, so. Oh, or Rena will just listen the whole time. The conversation stopped suddenly. That made me nervous. Did I say something wrong?
いいよ。
Okay.
圭一君、大石さんから電話だよ。
But Oishi, you know, just in case Rena's listening, Oishi can't like say anything, right? He can't like, And she'd probably be able to hear, like, no matter what, right? Like, because I assume the classroom is dead to silent. Like, it's very, you know, so... what would he be able to say to Keiichi or anything, knowing that Ren is hearing it as well, that could possibly, you know, like... I heard some rattling and rustling on the other side of the phone. He sounded monotone. Unable to disobey, Keiichi Maibara must have been pretending to follow Rena Ryugu's orders.
この度はお世話になります。お互い頑張りましょう。
It's right.
はい。よろしくお願いします。
Hey, maybe that alone gives Keiichi some hope. Oh, she's not listening. Wow, okay.
Yes ならはい。No なら A と相槌を打ってください。
Okay, I like that.
あなたはリュウグさんが何を要求しようとしてるか。
I assume that's a yeah. There we go. That answer told me for sure. Keiichi Maibara wasn't Rena Ryugu's accomplice. There's no way Rena wouldn't tell her accomplice what she wanted after planning a hostage situation like this. How would he help someone who wouldn't even tell him what she wanted?
単刀直入にお聞きします。あなたはリュウグレナの味方？
Oh, that's a weird question though, because he is in a sense.
いえいえ、質問を変えます。あなたはリュウグレナに
Well, that's also a weird question, but yeah, I guess he is. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. The other guys in the car listening in on our conversation raised their fists in victory. She was the only suspect. If she was the only suspect, then we could respond appropriately. I guess nobody else believed in talking to scrapbooks. If so, my being fooled was even more embarrassing. I mean, hey, I don't feel so bad about it. Come on, you're an old man. As I thought about my next question, I heard the phone being taken away from Keiichi. Rena came back on the line.
ね、Keiichi-kun は味方でしょ？
ねえ、そうでした。とても頼もしいですよ。
で、今度は大石さんが話してくれる番。
Okay.
前の電話で約束した。
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, God. I had to decide on what to say. Should I tell her we conducted the raids or not? Maybe she already knew we didn't raid. Maybe she was just testing me.
県警の防隊と公安部で一斉捜査作戦を準備中なんです。何しろ市内全域を一斉にやりますからね。調整に多少の時間が。
Is that gonna be one of her demands? Yeah, I mean, yeah, right? Because the day of the whatever is happening tomorrow. Like, oh God. Oh God, it's just every little tiny thing can set her off, you know? I have to be so careful.
もちろんですとも。ですが、警察組織ってやつは簡単じゃないんです。
I guess.
私も最大限努力をしてるんですよ。ただですね、やはり話の規模があまりに大きすぎるもので。
She's not gonna want to hear that.
大石さん、私、奴らにどこかで毒を盛られました。富武さんに、あの異常な死に方を強いた。原子の力を持った寄生虫。あれをどこかで盛られたんです。昨日から痒くて痒くて仕方がない。
That makes me so like.
もう私首をかきむしりすぎて血まみれなんです。いつ錯乱して喉をかき破ってしまうかもわからないというのに。
True, right? Like.
もたもたと。
I knew it. I wish he didn't realize how dire the situation was. He understood that there was some kind of conspiracy in Hinamizawa, but he didn't realize how their plan was going to be executed. I'm worried she's going to start saying like, oh, I'm gonna start chopping hostages' heads off if you don't get it going fast, you know? Like, oh no. Besides, I was already feeling itchy all over my body and was bound to soon die, the same way as Tamatake-san.
みんな言うんですよ、その証拠はないのかと。
証拠があればすぐに動いてくれるんですか
？Miyo-san's scrapbooks. Maybe that was what I'd need to convince the police. I was afraid someone would destroy the evidence if I handed them over to Uishi-san, so I kept them with me. But I didn't have much longer to live. I might not even make it until tomorrow morning. Oh, God. That's right. I might be dead before tomorrow. I would die tonight.
わかりました。ミオさんのスクラップ帳をお渡しします。それでどうか他の警察の人たちを一刻も早く説得してください。
They won't really get any advantage from that though, right? Like. I looked through my backpack, which was lying by my feet. Miyo-san's scrapbooks were in there.
これは私たちの切り札です。大石さん。
How will she even get them to him though? I don't know.
絶対によろしくお願いします。
Walk to the door with a hostage. I guess open the window and throw it out or something. I don't know. I guess just like what good can Uishi possibly get from having the scrapbooks at this point anyway though, you know? Like that doesn't really help us with anything of the current situation.
警察も組織だからそうなんだろうなとは思ってたんです。
Oh, yeah, an organization.
だから
ちょっと強引なやり方だけど、こんな形を取らせてもらったんです。大石さんは私に要求されて仕方なくやっているという言い訳ができるはず。
It's like it's always better to do things alone in a sense. That's kind of how Rena feels, right? That's why it's an organization that's bad.
なんとかこのチャンスを有効に生かしてください。
ありがとうございます。必ずやあなたの期待に添えるよう努力します。ではどうしましょう。私が受け取りに参りましょうか。
Yeah, what do we... I mean, I would just open the window and throw it out. I feel like that's the best way. I knew she wouldn't let me into the classroom. She was still cautious. I could guess where Rena was going to take this thing, so I tried to stay ahead of her. I handed a memo with my instructions on it to a colleague. Oh, okay, okay. Interesting.
その方がいいかもしれません。やはりあなたが学校の外へ出れば、もしやということもあるかもしれません。
What could Keiichi do with that opportunity? They could give him a gun. That would really help, though. Like, what is he gonna do? Oh God, Oishi, what are we... Is this a good idea?
あなたがこういう手に打って出るとは思わなかったでしょうから、強引な手で口封じをしてくる可能性があります。
口封じ？それって？
Yeah.
狙撃です。その雑家のヒットマンは多分あなたがこれ以上騒ぎを大きくする前に。It's
gonna make her stay away from the windows. Yeah. Interesting. They can use that to their advantage, maybe. I mean, well, no. But, I mean, that's not gonna happen, but, like, they can't. Really, you know.
周りの視界が良すぎます。訓練を受けたものなら 400 メートルくらいはやすやすと狙撃するそうです。
I like what he's doing though. I like how he's playing into her paranoia in this crazy way. Like, oh, there might be a sniper hiding in the bushes, you know? Like, it's so ridiculous.
あなたもご存知の通り、その崎家の特攻隊は
right,
軍事訓練を
exactly.
中でも暗殺
It's probably Shion.
は特に習得しています。
Shion at this very moment is hiding in the bushes with a sniper, trained on the window.
侮らないでください。その崎家の陰謀を暴くには
Ooh, that's actually such a good move from Oishi. Like,
忠告をありがとうございます。どうせ明日まで持たない命でも今終わらせるわけにはいきませんので。
そうですともそうですとも。いいですか。
Yeah, yeah. But
窓から顔を覗かせないでくださいよ。
And that's good too, because if Keiichi goes out to meet up with Oishi and give him the thing, then they can do something with Keiichi. They can give him something. They can, you know, they can do stuff, right? Because remember back in chapter 1, it's like Rena was looking out the window watching as Keiichi met with Oishi, you know? The phone conversation ended. Rena Ryugu is going to let Keiichi Mabaru deliver the scrapbooks.
OK です。うまく渡せますかね。
What is it?
されるかもしれないと脅して外を覗かせないようにしたつもりです。
Okay.
でもまあ見てるでしょうね。そこはうまくやります。
I roughly understood what was going on from the phone conversation.
じゃあ、
Oh God, oh God, Rena.
これ、とても大切なスクラップ帳。園崎家の陰謀と奴らの侵略の証拠を暴く証拠。
Right, right.
大石さんに渡してきてね。
Okay, sounds right.
渡したらすぐに戻ってくるんだよ。見てるからね。変なことをしたら怒るからね。
Rena took a couple of old scrapbooks from her backpack and gave them to me. Then she cast a sidelong glance at me.
みーちゃんにも後で話すよ。みーちゃんの家がどれほど恐ろしい陰謀を企んでいるかをね。
Right,
ひょっとするともう知ってるのかもしれないけどね。
Yeah.
じゃあ、ケイイチくん、行ってきて。校庭の真ん中まででいいよ。余計な立ち話。
Oh God, Rena, please, Rena, please, come on.
ケイイチくんは持っていくだけだから。
Okay, okay, okay.
おしゃべり禁止だからね。
Understood. Like, lips locked.
おしゃべ
Absolutely.
りしたら、
No speaking.
知恵先生なら T 定規で叩くけど、私なら、なんで叩いちゃうかな。
probably the giant sword in your hands, if I had to guess.
無言で持っていくから、そのナタを下ろせ。俺はレナの仲間だろ。仲間だったら信用しろ。な。
そうだね。だから、 裏切らないでね。
Ooh. Rena's eyes were telling me clearly. They were telling me she didn't trust me. But even in this state, she also knew she shouldn't distrust her friends. Therefore, although she couldn't trust me, she was pretending to. That's why she didn't tie me up.
じゃあ行ってくる。すぐ戻るよ。
よろしくね。
God, the way her face is just so like this, you know, as she talks, just so blank. I walked past my friends, who were lying down on the floor, and headed to the exit. I saw some of their faces I passed. I want to say Rika. I just want to know, like, Rika, I don't know. Some were fearful, some were sure that I'd use the opportunity to run, and some were scared that they'd die if I did. Don't worry, guys. I won't let her even touch any of you. If Rena tries to do something, or stop her even if I have to risk my own life. Anyway, I'd do whatever it took to ensure that nobody died. I had to make sure Rena didn't get angry. I'd just wait for the right moment. I went down to the school entrance and changed my shoes, then unlocked the door and stepped outside. I felt the fresh air on my skin. I saw the lights from the police cars. I could feel all the policemen looking at me. As soon as I was in the schoolyard, a little voice tried to tempt me. I was free from Rena now. If I ran off the school grounds, I'd be free. What was I thinking? If I did something like that, Rena would go crazy, and who knows what else she'd do, yeah. The important thing here wasn't my safety. It was to make sure that Rena didn't kill anyone. I saw a big man coming towards me from the school gate. That was probably Oishi-san. Oh yeah, they've never met each other. What's happening? That's like crazy, isn't it? Like, man. Yeah. God. It's no thank you.
すみません。レナから何も喋らずにこれを渡せって言われてます。だから無言でこれを受け取ってください。
わかりました。それが問題のスクラップ帳ですね。お預かりします。
I tried to hand the scrapbooks to Oishi-san, but he stepped aside a little. Eh? Confused as to what he was doing, I changed my position and handed them to him again. He took them that time. And at that point, Oishi put something that was under his jacket into my pocket. Ooh. What is it?
大丈夫です。校舎はあなたの背中ですから、竜宮さんが窓から見てたとしても、今のやりとりは見えていません。
Okay.
何なんですかこれは。
I couldn't look into my pocket because I didn't want Rena to suspect anything. But whatever it was pretty heavy for his size. It's a gun! Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
教室へ戻る途中で竜宮さんに見つからないようにこっそり読んでください。では、そのまま戻って。
Oh god. Okay. I am terrified. I just followed his directions. I was worried Rena had begun to suspect something. When I looked at the classroom, the curtains were closed. But that didn't mean she wasn't peeking through a crack. I went back to the entrance and locked the door. If Rena checked and found the door unlocked, it could cause more trouble. Rena was in the classroom. There's no way she'd come down this way. She was alone. If she left the classroom, everyone would get up and run. They couldn't run because Rena was there, but they were all waiting for their chance. The entrance then was Rena's blind spot. As I changed my shoes, I quickly removed what Oishi-san had put into my pocket. It was a radio with an earpiece. Okay, it's not a gun. It's not a gun. That would have been ridiculous, right? Like, come on. And something else that looked like a short police baton. There's also a folded piece of paper. A taser, maybe? I opened the piece of paper and saw a note written in small print. Dear my Barakin, please hide the bug in your pocket. Oh, okay. It picks up even a low voice so that you can use it to get in touch with me. By using the earphone, you can hear me in return. There's also a spray for self-protection. Ah, okay. It sprays as far as 1 meter. The same one that, like, Rika probably had, right? Make sure you aim for the face. This must be the spray. I guess it's safe to try it here. I held down the button and gas sprayed from the nozzle. Compared to Rena's hatchet, this required some caution, but it was small enough to fit inside my hand. It was reassuring that I could hide it so easily. In other words, it was now possible for me to stop Rena. As I realized all my classmates' fates rested on my shoulders, I felt sweat form on my face. The memo continued. The spray is just for self-defensive purposes. Pepper spray only impairs eyesight, and while it makes your enemy powerless due to the extreme pain and coughing for at least 30 minutes, it's not powerful enough to render them unconscious. Yeah, you can't just, like, attack her with it. Therefore, please don't forget that there is a possibility that your enemy may fight back desperately in panic. This spray is your last resort. Please don't depend on it, but if you need to, make sure to use it. Oishi. Was he telling me to use it or not? It was probably one of those grown-up issues. If the cops entrusted me solely with the fate of the hostages and I failed, they'd be held liable. So while he gave me a weapon, it made me consider its use. He made me consider its use. I hid the bug and the spray in my pockets and went to the classroom. I felt a little dizzy, maybe because I was nervous. I was simply following Rena's orders because I had no other choice. That's why I wasn't scared. But things were different from before. I had a weapon. I was in a far better position, but my heart was pounding. Humans are so strange. Shit, what am I going to do? What should I do? Keiichi Maibara. Did I want to fight with Rena? The member said the spray only reaches as far as 1 meter. 1 meter? There's basically a hand-to-hand battle. That's like the same reach as her hatchet, you know? Like, yeah. That meant I only had one opportunity. I didn't have a second chance. The member also said I need to aim for the face. This wasn't gonna be easy. Shit. Besides, Rena was cautious. How could I stand directly in front of her within 1 meter? But that's what I'd have to do if I was to have any chance of winning. Rena could do anything to reach her goal. She wouldn't even hesitate to kill. Just like how I didn't. Of course, things were already extremely serious. An apology definitely wouldn't be enough. But at least there hadn't been any casualties. An apology wouldn't be enough. That's a thing to say, huh? It's just, yeah. The more time passed, the more irritated Rena would get. She might demand something again, and she might kill someone that time to show how serious she was. Bad things had already taken place, but a tragedy hadn't occurred yet. But it was almost here. And it wasn't very far at all. Yeah, I mean, there's, like, really no coming back from this already. Like, of course, right? I don't know. When I closed my eyes, I could easily picture Rena killing one classmate after another. Oh. After I killed Rena and Mion, my room was covered in blood. Oh, if she killed 20 people, the classroom would be a pool of it. If that happened, Rena would. She still wouldn't realize she was being delusional. She would rip out her own throat and die. That would be too big a cross for her to carry. And one day, she would remember and be saddened. Oh, yeah, the same way he, oh, that's such a weird thing for him to think, though, because, like, what does Keiichi think about all of this? If he remembered all this weird shit from another world, another timeline, what the hell does that, like, mean to him, Like, oh, God. She didn't need to go through all that. I didn't want Rena to go through what I had to go through. Shit, I felt dizzy. This was a very long hallway. I didn't know the classroom was so far. It's probably, like, terrifying, like his feet, like, shaking and his legs. With each step I took, my determination to fight Rena became stronger. Rena would be shocked to realize I betrayed her. But if she couldn't wake up from the nightmare on her own, someone else would have to wake her up. Yeah. And her friends needed to be the ones to do that.
おかえり、Keiichi-kun. 大石さん、何か言ってた?
なんだ?
Oh, God. As soon as I stepped into the classroom, I smelled something. Everyone had moved to one corner of the classroom. The smell reminded me of a gas station. Oh, God, Rena, what are we? Rena, please don't light the school on fire and kill everyone. I really don't want that to happen. Please. Was it gasoline? I saw a red gasoline container by Rena's feet. The cap was open. It was seemingly sturdy and made of metal. It said gasoline on the side, written in felt marker. She must have spread it across the entire classroom. The smell was almost giving me a headache. Well, yeah, it's also like breathing in gas fumes is like really not good. No, it wasn't just in the classroom. The classmates were soaked in gasoline too. Oh, God. How could she? I see. This was just like a hijacker holding a bomb. If the police were to rush in, she would burn the hostages. It's great. Good. Awesome. It reminds me of the stupid water gun battle. When everyone was like soaked in water, And it's, oh, Jesus. I didn't know where she got it, but she had a lighter in her left hand. As she's getting ready.
もちろんやらないよ。万が一の時の保険なの。
Great.
私
Awesome.
だって大好きなみんなのバーベキューなんて
Don't
見た
say
か
it like
ったら
that.
冗談で済んでほしいって思ってる。
Yeah. Rena showed off the lighter. Obviously, she was just trying to threaten me. I've heard about people committing suicide by setting themselves on fire. They pour gasoline on themselves and light it ablaze. You might think that if it was extinguished right away, it wouldn't be that bad. But human skin is supposedly very delicate, and they say that even if 30% of a person's skin gets burned, it's enough to be fatal. If it was your entire body, it would result in death for sure. I had been put in a disadvantageous position. My weapon might take Rena's sight, but I couldn't stop her from using the lighter. Yeah, right? Like, it's just not... She'd probably use it the moment she's attacked. I didn't know if she realized it, but the kind of lighter she had would keep burning until the lid was closed. Therefore, all she had to do was light it and drop it on the floor. In other words, my spray can wouldn't make Rena powerless at all. The last resort wish she gave me had already lost all its power. Oh. In case she gets betrayed.
スクラップ帳があればきっと警察を納得させられる。そうなればあとは一斉捜査で奴らの陰謀が暴ける。そうなんだろう。
あのスクラップ帳だけで本当に動いてくれるかな。
I see.
お役所ってのは
Yeah.
お尻の重いところだそうだからね。
Rena was thinking that if she didn't see any progress with the scrapbook, she'd pressure the police by letting them know about the gasoline. Oh, that's never enough, though.
そうだね。じゃあ、さっきの話の続きをするかな。それでね、その寄生虫は長い時間を経るうちに徐々に無害になっていったの。でも、それでは面白くない人たちがいた。
Okay.
それがひなみ沢御三家なの。だから彼らは。
Rena was simply telling everyone what she had heard from Takano-san. I started mumbling so that I could let Oishi-san know what was going on.
すごい匂いだよな。ガソリンをポリタンク丸々ぶちまけると。
God, Keiichi, be careful. I was pretending to mumble to myself, so I could only say it very quietly. I wished I could say it louder, but that was probably impossible. I wasn't sure if Oishi-san could hear me. I thought of an idea to find out whether or not they could hear me. Ooh, okay. That might scare Rena, though. I don't know. Okay. Kumagai honked once quickly.
ガソリンとは参ったっすね。これでさっきからなんとなく感じてた理由の正体が分かりました。多分この後の要求を押し通すための切り札にするつもりでしょうね。
クマちゃん、普通の若い子がポリタンクって言い方をしたら18リットル入りのあれですよね。
I guess.
さあ、多分。
小宮山君、営林署の人まだ返してないですよね。ちょっと呼んでもらえます？
Oh, okay.
なるほどね。警官官にはちゃんと。
Oh, was there one like in the forestry service part of the building?
灯油のポリタンクにも灯油とちゃんと書いてある？
はい。中身を間違えたら大変ですから。すべての燃料容器にはちゃんと明記してあります。
Not too many people know about this, but not too many people know this. But regular portable tanks can't hold gasoline. Gasoline, while common, is extremely flammable and can be lit even with static electricity. Therefore, gasoline must be kept in special metal containers. Those are called carrying cans.
じゃあ、前原さんがガソリンって言ったのは間違いなくガソリンなわけだ。蛍光管は何リットルのサイズのがあったんですか？
God, that's really dangerous then. Isn't it? If it could just suddenly, like, I don't know, right? It could just suddenly just all go off if, like, anything happens, you know? Like, oh. I mean, 18 liter is, like, huge, right?
5リットル用って多分平たい形をしたやつですよね。
ええ、真っ赤で平たくて、こう取っ手がついています。
前原圭一はポリタンクという言い方をしましたね。18リットルの方でしょうか。
I guess.
あるいは見慣れない形だったんで。
Well, yeah.
とりあえず適当な言葉が思いつかず、ポリタンクという言い方をしたのかもしれない。
It's not like that it really matters if it's 18 liters or it's 5 liters. It's a bunch of little kids covered in gasoline. It's like the same difference, you know? Like, who cares? I don't know.
でもどの道、
yeah.
本当にガソリンだとしたら、かなり危険なことになります。
Gasoline burns when lit. But what's an even bigger threat than liquid gasoline are the fumes. Yes, yeah. When gasoline fumes are lit on fire, they explode. Also, gasoline evaporates easily. Even at freezing temperatures, it evaporates. And so, in other words, inside the closed classroom, the fumes would fill the entire space. The classroom would then become a bomb itself. Oh.
危険物第4類とかわかる？
いえ、気化ガソリンが危険だってことは理
It's
解
very
してるんです
dangerous
が。
to breathe them in, too, so... That's, not good.
18リットルと5リットルで最悪の場合どの程度規模が違うか調べときたいな。
I guess in that case it is very important, huh?
そうだ、じじいに聞いてみよう。
The old guy.
署に連絡して鑑識のじい様がいるか聞いてみて。
Oh, this guy from chapter 1. Right.
名指しだそうじゃの。リーチ一発振り込みドカーンってところじゃの。
裏まで乗っちゃって大変なことになってます。そのドカンってのは実に笑えないですね。ところですいません。危険物の第4種はお持ちで？
おつよんか？ここにいる人間全員足せば講師じゃ。
Sure, we don't have time for that. Come on.
ガソリンでも巻いて籠城しとるんか
？Yes.
まさにそのようです。人質の一人に盗聴器を持たせてるんですが、どうも犯人は教室内にガソリンを撒いたようなんです。
Oh, yeah. Not very big. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, right? Like... It's just will, no matter what? Okay. Good. Awesome. Fantastic. Oh, even the 5-liter. Great. Okay, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Oh, no. The policeman listening to their conversation on the side went pale. 8 by 8 meters meant a room that was 64 square meters. Yeah, and this is smaller than that. Only 4 liters were needed to blow that up, and at least 5 liters were scattered in a 50 square meter room. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It really wouldn't be good. I have no idea what that means, but if you say so. Yeah, right? Oh, we've got a bet on the 1,000 point stick? Like, I don't know. Sure. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God. What do we do? What do we do? Yeah, right? Well, she won't look out the window anymore, right? So, that's good. There's no way, no way, like, the electricity in that could be enough of a problem. For, like, the gasoline fumes, right? Oh, God, okay. It's... Great. Great. Awesome. Fantastic. Great. Oh my God. It's... well... It's capitalism, buddy. I don't know. We need it. We need gas. Yeah. Oh, God. Hmm.
大石さん、盗聴器で聞く限り、犯人はライターを所持している模様です。ってことは、つまり、
yeah, right? Especially the fumes. I mean, if she just lights it at all. Yeah. Oh, God.
しかも、盗聴器まで使えなくなるとは。なんてこった。
Yeah. If she has it at all, I don't know. Like, oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh no. Yeah, right? Like, she's back, was covered in a cold sweat. I mean, best case scenario in my mind, I guess, is the fumes from the gas get so unbearable in the classroom that, like, Rena can't even stand it anymore, and they just leave, and they go to a different room, or something, right? That would be best case, I guess, right? Oishi's back was covered with a cold sweat. I mean, it could make the whole school, like, unbearable to be in, you know? He never even thought that this would turn into such a serious matter. He didn't know how dangerous gasoline was. He didn't know, because he'd never heard of cars exploding in car accidents. He knew it was dangerous, but he didn't know what it was capable of. Gasoline is more dangerous once it evaporates. Therefore, a burning car in an accident and gasoline fumes being ignited are at completely different levels. It's quite simple to understand if you think about how car engines work. Cars vaporize gasoline in the carburetor and let it explode in the engine cylinders. In other words, that little explosion in the engine is what gives cars the power to move. Therefore, if you want more power, an engine needs to be bigger to create a bigger explosion. So if an engine cylinder was the size of a classroom, how much power would it create? Anyone with knowledge of engines would know, but a lot of people don't consider how dangerous evaporated gasoline is, because it's too familiar. 25 hostages and 1 hostage taker. All 26 people were basically stuck in a huge bomb. Furthermore, the suspect might accidentally set it off. If she were to pretend to light the lighter as a threat, oh yeah, it all, right? That would be the end. Oh god. All of the people around Oishi had gone pale. The classroom might explode at any moment. How could they save all the hostages? Especially when the criminal was living in her own delusion, and her requests were something so unreal. Oh, man. A letter, huh? One of the policemen brought over a folded piece of paper. Oishi opened it while the others watched. He saw girlish handwriting on the paper. He could tell this was written before she invaded the school. Dear Oishi-sama, if you're reading this letter, that means I'm at the final stage. I must have seized the school and held the students as hostages. I'm planning to appoint you as a negotiator, so please pretend to be threatened by me and become my contact with the outside. The first thing I want to tell you is that my enemy is the Sonozaki family and also the aliens who are pretending to be parasites that control the Sonozaki family, right? Yeah, the aliens, god, Oishi, it's catch-up. I didn't think you'd believe me if I brought up the aliens, so I didn't tell you about them until now. But when you read these scrapbooks, you'll understand. The aliens came to Earth in UFOs in ancient times. They landed in Onigashiki Swamp. They also used this village as their breeding grounds, and through that selective breeding, they widened their domain. They were successful, and now they're trying to invade the Earth. Literally, right? Like, what the hell? All the other policemen frowned at the letter. Which he believed. In this one, at least. It's right. The Sonozaki family, as well as all the village authorities, have been brainwashed by the aliens. The villagers' attempts to revive the cult of Eishiro-sama were actually part of the alien strategy to invade the Earth. The aliens are very clever. They didn't let people realize they're being controlled. The Erie Clinic must be their secret research center. Please conduct an investigation and expose their secret. Also, please check out the bottom of the swamp. It's bottomless, isn't it? Come on. The UFO may still be there. Also, capture all the relatives of the three families and take x-rays of their brains. You'll find hideous parasites inside of them. Yeah, these are impossible demands, girl. I'm sorry. But please be careful. The aliens eliminate whoever finds out about them by replacing their host with a lookalike. That's how they've been controlling the village. Therefore, there may already be some aliens among the villagers. It is possible that they will try to interfere with your investigation. As a matter of fact, there have been lookalikes of Mio Takano, Rika Furude, and me, Runner Yuge. If you see any of those three, capture them immediately. That will be the proof of the aliens existing among us. Among us? Well, the whole death thing, right? Yeah. Oh, is it just a mistake? I mean, I guess that's the only way to assume, right? Oishi, what is the point of telling people that, though? What are you trying to achieve by telling these poor kids that Takano is a zombie? Like, it's like, I don't understand. What, he gets a kick out of it? Like, that's... Oh, yeah, hilarious, right? Like, God. One of the policemen spoke up. He was one of the pair who searched the garbage dump that night. Oh. Yeah, from Mion.
それを本人がどこかで聞いて自分がもう一人いるように錯覚した。
腐ったり。ノストラダムスだっけ？
Nostradamus. Is it? Oh, okay. I guess. Like when people take like stuff that Nostradamus said and tries to like fit it with everything, you know? Yeah. I literally.
あるいはいずれ捕まることを予見して精神鑑定で有利になる資料を先に用意して。
What are you talking? What would her actual motivation be then? Like, what are you talking about?
あの子は本気で信じてる。いや、本気の本気で。コロッと生かされた私だからわかるんです。
Yeah.
彼女は本気で信じてるんだ。
あ、まだ一枚あるっすよ。何々
P.S. I was poisoned yesterday with the same stuff that killed Tomitake-san. I've been scratching at my throat since then. I will probably have clawed my throat open by tomorrow. If you can find the antidote when you investigate the Erie Clinic, please bring it to me. Maybe, like, unironically, that could happen. Right? Because I do think the antidote actually is there. Just she's wrong about everything and, like, what that means and stuff, you know? So... No, we should actually go to Erie. We actually should go to Erie. That would actually be so big. But you may not find the antidote, or maybe it'll be too late by the time you do. Therefore, considering the time I have left, I will set 7 p.m. tonight as the deadline. Oh, God. If an investigation doesn't take place and the antidote doesn't arrive by 7 p.m., I will choose to die with all the hostages by lighting the gasoline instead. Oh, no. 6. Oh, no. Oh, God. It's so over. What do we possibly do? Oh, God. Days are long nowadays. It doesn't get dark even in the evenings. It would probably start to get dark around 7 p.m. Oh, Jesus Christ. Keiichi, we need you to mess with the clock somehow without Rena noticing. Move the time back. Like... I don't worry about it. It's fine. Oh, God. Yeah, right? Like, impossible to fulfill demands. I bet if we did go to Erie, I just wonder if he could actually do something about this, because I do think the antidote, the syringe, is there, right? Like, and does Rika still have it too, right? Like, I mean, Rika's tied up. There's nothing she can really do, unless she can somehow talk to Keiichi. I don't know. I'm planning to spread the gasoline throughout the classroom. I'm sure you realize how dangerous that is. If anyone suggests storming into the room, please tell them exactly how bad an idea that would be. Also, the hostages are anchored down with U-shaped bike locks. Even if those alien policemen rushed in and killed me, they'd have to cut each lock. If you tried cutting them, you might create sparks. Oh, she knows. She knows completely about all of this. Odds, of course, you know? Therefore, you'd need to completely ventilate the room first. In other words, it would take an extremely long time to rescue all the hostages from the classroom. She has complete knowledge. Actually, I have a different explosive system set up, other than the gasoline I spread. Great! It's a very simple time bomb, using gasoline and a kitchen timer. Rena, what are you talking about? The kitchen timer provides electricity at a set time. I ripped the tip off its plug, so it would create enough sparks to ignite the gasoline. I've already set the timer to 7 p.m. Oh, God, Rena! Rena, girl, what are we doing? It's over. What? She knew everything. Even if I'm not around, there would be an explosion at that time. If the classroom isn't ventilated by that time, it'll explode too. I'm sorry to ask you like this, Oishi-san, but please help me so we can avoid a tragedy. Please let the 3 families know that Mion Sonozaki, the successor to the head of the Sonozaki family, and Rika Furude, a mascot for the cult of Eishiro-sama, are in this classroom. If anyone from the 3 families helps you, I'm sure their conspiracy will be exposed by tonight. The alien invasion is going to happen very soon. Please get going quickly. To my ally, Oishi-san, Rena Ryugu. Jesus Christ. Smash. Oishi threw the scrapbooks to the ground. Yeah, right? Like, oh my God. He's never been in a kitchen in his life. Like, what are you talking about? God.
コンセント穴のついたキッチンタイマーって名前の目覚まし時計がありましてね。そのコンセントに炊飯器を挿しておけば、仕掛けた時刻に自動的に電源が供給されて、指定時刻に炊飯器が電源オンにできるって代物です。へえ。
Okay, who cares? It's over. What the hell are we gonna do? Like, literally, what do? We don't have time to be sitting around talking about kitchen timers. We need to do something. Like, hello? Like, Jesus Christ. What do we do? I don't think that is possible. Is it battery powered? Like, I don't know. Yeah, true. Right? Yeah, sure. Oh God, especially because it's like gonna get dark outside. So like, yeah, I mean, obviously. The lights are definitely on in the classroom right now, right? Yeah, she would notice as it's happening.
自身に使う前に人質に試すのです。
Oh, God, and if she has a hostage try it first, then even the idea of somehow getting her the real cure wouldn't work, because she would try it on Mion or something, and Mion would rip out her own throat, you know? Because of what happened with Shion and Rika in Chapter 5. So, oh, God.
了解です。手配します。
あと、前原さんともう一度話したいな。
How?
竜宮レナが間違ってライターをいじらないようにうまくなだめてもらわない。
Well, no, if she knows how dangerous fumes are, I don't actually think that's a problem, right? She must know, right?
途中はどう？面白いことは拾いましたか？
犯人が人質に危害を加えているものです。
Not Mion, please, or Rika.
なんてこった。
どうも。
Oh no.
篠崎ミオンに対してのようです。
Oh God, please no, please no, please no. Rena kept hitting Mion, who had her hands tied behind her back. Rena wasn't using her fists, but instead the handle of her hatchet.
ケイイチ君はそこの壁から動かない約束だよ。動いたらレナも怒るんだからね。
Oh. Rena's gaze intimidated me. Her eyes were full of madness. I could feel Rena's emotions boiling over on the inside. If I opposed her, she could easily cut Mion's arm off. Or head off.
とにかく私が許せなかったことは、みーちゃんが死体を掘り出して警察に売ったことだよ。
But she didn't.
信じてたのに。信じてたのに。
Oh, Rena hit Mion's face over and over. It wasn't just Mion's hands that were tied behind her. Her neck was also tied to her window frame with a bike lock, so there's no way that Mion could protect her face. I didn't know if her forehead was cut or if her nose was bleeding, but her face was covered in blood. Oh, God. Her blood got on the handle of the hatchet, and every time she got hit with it, more blood smeared on her face. Jesus Christ, why is it always Mion? Like, the handle of the hatchet could easily smash her forehead. Because of her position in the Sonozaki family, Mion couldn't say that she hid the body, so all she could do was endure. However, Rena continued to attack her. Rena no longer had any restraints. She might even continue until Mion's front teeth were broken.
やめるんだ、レナ。ミオン、もういいだろう。俺が話す。本当のことを話すから。レナ、ミオンを殴るのをやめるんだ。
本当のことって何？ケイイチ君。
ダメだよ。
Oh.
クラスのみんな、今から言う話は頼む。聞かないでくれ。少し物騒な話をするかも
I
しれ
mean,
ないが。
we gotta say it, right? Like, we
話じゃ
can't.
ないんだ。
Come on.
だ
Like,
から聞かないでくれ。耳に入っても忘れてくれ。頼む。
どういう話だろう。聞かせてくれるかな。
oh God, oh God, oh God.
難しい話じゃないんだ。あれはお前のためだったんだよ。あの埋めた場所が今年の夏に営林署が伐採で立ち入ることになってたのを後日だから、あのままじゃまずいと思ってミオンがもっと別の安全な場所に隠してくれたんだよ。
その話はあの晩に聞いてるよ。そしてそんなのはみーちゃんの作った嘘だとも言わなかった。
But why assume it's a lie? Why do you have to assume it's a lie though, right? Like,
なんで嘘なんかつかなきゃならないんだ。仲間を助けるのは当然じゃないか。だから、
but
ミオンが
it's
お前
like
を助けるためにやってくれたんだよ。
Rena can't accept that. Not now. Not at this point, right? Like,
嘘だ。
yeah, right?
嘘だよ。信じないよ。なら、なんでそんなことを私に相談せずにこっそりとやったの？
Why did Mion even have to tell her? Mion's trying to be delicate. Yeah, right? Like, why bring it up, right? When it's like she talked about how she didn't want to, like, talk to Rena about it and try and keep it all, you know, like in the days following everything that happens, you know? Mion did her best trying to hide what Rena did. Mion knew Rena was at her wit's end, and that was why she did it in secret. But Rena didn't want to believe her.
違うよ、ケイイチ君。ケイイチ君まで騙すなんて。本当に
Oh
みーちゃん
God, please no, please stop.
部活で騙すのは許せるけど、仲間であるケイイチ君を騙すなんて許せない。
Oh God, please no, stop.
許せない。
やめろ。ミオンを殴るな。ミオンは悪くない。
I never knew having your hands tied behind your back was that scary. Mion got hit repeatedly with the handle of the hatchet. She could only endure. She couldn't even protect herself with her hands. Oh.
そうなの、みーちゃん。そうならなんでそうだって私に話してくれなかったの？
ミオンに話せない理由は想像つくだろう。 その崎家のいろいろ都合があるんだよ。それより気を使ってくれたことをお前が感謝すべきじゃないか。
I have said it too aggressively. Rena turned around and glared
そ
at
う
me.
だよケイイチ君。その崎家の都合でみーちゃんは私を警察に売った。仲間の私を売った。
God.
仲間なのに、友達なのに、仲良しだったのに。ひどいよみーちゃん。本当に大好きな一番のお友達だったのに、どうして？
Oh, come on. Like, I can't.
ひどいよ。
Oh, this was senseless. Rena cried as if being bullied, but she was the one doing the bullying. Normally, that would be so odd as to be impossible. But I had seen this scene before. I liked you. I trusted you. Like what he was saying in like the opening of Onikakushi, right? As he beat Rena to death? Yeah. As I cried, I beat her to death. Rena repeatedly begged me to trust her, yet I beat her. I know what it's like to be the one doing the beating. What do you say? What do you do? Stop. Stop, stop, stop. It's like he's seeing it right in front of her, her doing the same thing, the same irreparable mistake, right? Like, stop, Rena. Don't you realize what you're doing? You're hurting your friend with your own hands. I understand what you're feeling. I know you're sad because your friend betrayed you, right? But that's a misunderstanding. We didn't betray you. We've been thinking about you all this time. It's so easy to do. It's so easy to think like that. But she just couldn't see that. Even if she died, Rena probably wouldn't realize she'd made a terrible mistake. But someday you'll realize. Even an insensitive guy like me realized, so Rena would realize for sure. And that's what'll make you feel even sadder, Rena. You'll remember this bloody Mion one day, and then you realize that you were the one who made her bloody, and you will regret what you did. Oh god, like... But I was the only one who could understand that, because I remembered. There's no way for Rena to understand or realize that. I wondered if I was suffering the most of all. But there's no way to avoid a tragedy. This was exactly the same tragedy with different actors. The main character was Rena instead of me, but it was the same thing. Where was I? I was in the audience now. I knew how the story ended, but I couldn't come onto the stage.
やめろ、レナ。やめてくれ。やめてくれ。
泣いてるの？どうしたの、ケイイチ君。
I stood up and slowly walked towards Rena. Just like what Rena did for me before, with my arms open.
頼むからやめてくれ。やめるんだ、レナ。今はどうしてかわからないかもしれない。なぜやめなければならないのか。でも、やめないと、絶対に後悔する日が来るから。だから、やめるんだ。
ケイイチ君。
But she can't, right?
壁に戻らない。
God.
レナは怒るよ。
Rena's eyes went cold as she lifted the hatchet in her right hand.
やめなくてじゃん。
Mion, come on. You always do this. Like,
大丈夫。
It's such a Mion thing, right? It's what she always does. It's how she always is. I just, like... Mion told me, but with such a bloody face. How could she be?
その中で、俺を叩くのか。
それ以上近づけばね。叩くよ。
So afraid of people getting closer, right? Of what it means, right? Of what it would mean for her to be wrong, you know, to trust people. God.
でも私はケイイチ君と最後まで一緒にいたい。
That's... You can't have that. You can't have that, right? Like, you can't have friends and view them in this way. That's not enough, right? That's not what it means, right? Like, there's no...
だから私を怒らせないで。
Sometimes your friends have to make you mad, right? Like, they have to, you know? Like, this is such a crazy, extreme situation, but, like, that's really... You can't just have what makes you feel good, or what you just want to accept from it, you know? Like... Not okay. She sounded gentle, but her expression was telling me there really would be no hesitation. Rena would crack my head open with the hatchet immediately. But who cares? Yeah. Oh, yeah, right? Well, he knows what she would do, right? Does she know what she would do? Because it's so hard to imagine yourself in that situation.
当然だよ。相手が凶器を持ってたら怖いから逆らわないね。
嘘だな。
I know. I know you're strong enough to give up on your own life for the sake of your friend. It's my turn now. It's my turn to be strong. Oh, God.
仲間のためなら命なんて惜しくない。レナが欲しいってなら俺の命だってくれてやる。だからやめるんだ。
But then it's like in the future, it's like it could make a difference, right? It's like even if it ends like that now, well, for Keiichi, for what it's meant for him, knowing that Rena would do that and seeing that now, it's like the hope that could happen for her, you know.
仲間を信じてるなら仲間を傷つけるのをやめるんだ。その痛みは必ずレナを襲うから。だからやめるんだ。誰もレナを脅かしたりなんかしてない。みんながレナのためを思ってる。それを疑うな。頼むから信じてくれ。俺を信じろ。俺の頭を砕けば信じられるってんなら、その中を打ち下ろせばいい。
See, you know, like maybe the only way is seeing that he's willing to die for it. That's how much he, you know. Oh, God. But that wasn't enough for Keiichi, right? In chapter 1. Oh, God, but like... Rena lifted the lighter overhead.
てめえ、いつまで夢を見てんだ。自分でも分かってんだろ。悪い夢だって。誰かに覚ましてほしいって。
But that's so impossible. It's you know, like... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I just, like... I don't know. Dude, it's just this music, man. It's like... It's easier for her to connect it all to this insane, ridiculous, alien shit. It's, you know, it's easier for her to accept all of that and to think all of that is true than accept other people and open herself up in this way. Like, what it actually means to, like, have a friend and trust someone and all of that. It's easier to believe in aliens and all of that than actually trust a person. And, like, what that means for her, you know? It makes so much sense, but it's, like, insane, you know? Like... No, this is him trusting you. This is him trusting you. Like, Rena opened the lid of the lighter. I could tell her thumb was about to light it. Oh, God. Rena was prepared to die along with everyone else. Rena would die without knowing the truth. She would die believing it was the world that was crazy. She would die cursing everything in this world. That was the storyline of this tragedy, wasn't it? Is that it? Is that all we get? This was a theater from hell. What an interesting script. Who wrote it? The devil? God. Shit. I won't let this happen. Don't underestimate Keiichi Maibara, the original main character. Oh, fuck. Right. Don't think the same storyline will work again. I'll be taking over the script this time, and I'm going to destroy it. I won't let this bad ending take place. I'm going to destroy their expectations. Oh, God. I gotta screenshot that. Just this whole part. I don't know. I gotta...
今俺を信じろ。黙って俺を信じやがれ。それは絶対にレナのためになる。前回の惨劇の主人公がそうだと言ってるんだよ。先代主人公の言うことをおとなしく聞きやがれ。
God. It's like every time her eyes like soften, I just get this hope that like please, you know? Yeah. No, he does. Right? What does trust mean? What does trust mean? Right? Like what Oh God. Oh God.
俺はお前が間違ってることを知ってるんだよ。お前の末路を知っていて、お前がする未来の後悔を
God, Keiichi, I love you so much. Oh, man.
それがどれほど罪深いことかに気づきもせずに生を終える。それがどんなに悲しいことか。
God.
お前にはわからないんだよ。
全然何を言ってるのかわからない。
It's just so powerful. It's just so. It's like I don't know. I just don't even know what to say. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like it's so the way it relates to both of them and these regrets that they have and the way that both of them have in a way been like unable to face them. You know, but like with their past, Keiichi with the BB gun stuff, and her with what happened to her old school, and everything, right? And what happened with her mom, and all the divorce and all that stuff, right? How it's all been about that, you know? Just like how hard it is to like face yourself too, right? And like not even just trust other people, but trusting yourself, you know, after stuff like that has happened, you know, believing that you have the rights to be trusted by other people as well, you know, that like trust has to be like a two-way thing like that, you know, with other people, to like form a connection with someone, actually have a friendship, you know, like what Rena said, what friendship is, how friends are just people you play silly games with, and that's all they are, and that's all it means. It's like that's so much easier for her because it's so hard for her to trust other people. It's impossible for her to trust herself. It's impossible for her to believe that other people could ever trust her. So like, because she can't trust herself, right? So it's like, oh, God, you know? And Keiichi, in the face of those memories, knowledge of what he did in Onikakushi, and knowing all of that for him, he has been able to come to terms with that in this horrible way, right? Like knowledge of what he did and all of that, you know? But this understanding that he won't let that define him, you know? But just Rena's at the same point now, you know? It's like, how could she possibly? She's fallen so far into all of this. Like, how do you... Is there a point where you just give up on yourself? And how could you not? You know, how could you not give up on yourself? It's so easy to just give up on other people, to just view that, you know, it's so easy to just write someone off, view them as an enemy, just give up on them completely after something, you know? That of course you do that to yourself as well, right? Like, God, it's so good, it's so good.
大丈夫なの、ケイイチ君。ああ、そうだな。何を言ってるか、レナにはわからないだろうな。でも話してやる。ある大バカ野郎の話を聞かせてやる。あるところに。前原圭一っていう大バカがいたんだ。そいつはみんなと楽しく過ごす気に何の不満もなかったのに、ある日、そして何もかもが疑わしく感じるようになってきて。
He didn't notice how worried his friends were, and he hurt them repeatedly. How sorrowful. They trusted each other, and they couldn't let each other know. Can you believe something as stupid as that actually happens?
俺はお前とミオを。なのにお前は最後の瞬間まで、俺に殴り殺される最後の瞬間までかばおうとしなかった。最後まで俺を信じて両手を差し出したままだったんだ。それがどれだけすげえことか、俺は気づきもせず、それがどれだけ罪深いことか、お前には想像なんかつかないだろうな。だから俺は俺の罪を滅ぼすために、
Oh God.
レナを止めるんだ。
Gotta atone.
それ以上近寄ると本当にライターを。
レナが命をかけて俺を救おうとしてくれたように、今度は俺がレナを救う。俺はレナがどんなに立派な最後を遂げたか今でも覚えてる。
The same thing she tried to do for him, right? Yeah.
自分が殺されるかもしれないなんて怯えはわずかもなかった。
These words will reach him, she thought. These next words will make Keiichi-kun realize.
俺を信じろ、レナ!
Oh no, that was when Rena hit my head with the hatchet. I crumbled down to the floor. She hit me with the handle, but my head was probably cut open. I felt the blood on my face.
かわいそうなケイイチ君。それはケイイチ君の意志じゃない。 Keiichi君の頭に寄生している
Oh
やつが
god, right,
コントロー
right,
ルしているだけなの。
right. Because she uses that. That's the excuse that she uses to not.
今に大
Yeah,
石さん
yeah.
が
Oh,
治療する薬を見つけてきてくれるよ。
man, even that like wasn't enough, you know?
そうなったら一番最初に飲ませて治療してあげるからね。そうしたらもうケイイチ君は奴らの支配から逃れられる。レナの大好きだったケイイチ君に戻れるんだよ。
He still is. This is
だ
him.
からもう少し待ってて
Come
ね。
on.
このバカ野郎が
Oh. I heard a phone ring in the teacher's office. Rena listened to the phone ring for a while, then I realized it was for her. Rena tried to answer the phone in the classroom, but she couldn't figure out how to transfer the call, so she decided to answer it in the teacher's office instead.
ちょっと職員室に行ってくるね。その間に誰も逃げちゃ嫌だよ。誰か一人でもいなくなってたらみーちゃんが大変なことになっちゃうんだから。
Oh, God. Rena glared at everyone in the classroom, intimidating them, and then left. I gotta reread some of that. Okay. That was when I heard a honk from the outside. I remember the signal from earlier. Hiruishi-san want to get in touch with me? I bent down and put the receiver earphone in my ear.
聞こえますか？沖宮署の熊谷と申します。聞こえているなら咳払いをしてください。
God, like I just... Oh, man.
よかった。今から言うことをよく聞いてください。犯人が撒いたガソリンは極めて危険なものです。今、教室内には気化したガソリンが充満して巨大な爆弾と同じことになっています。ですから、竜宮さんを刺激しないようにし、間違ってもライターをいじらせないでください。さっきのような挑発行為は二度と慎むようお願いします。
Oh, yeah, they heard everything he said. Right. I mean, yeah.
わずかの火花でも着火する可能性があります。ですので、この連絡を最後に、これは万が一に備えてのことです。
It's really just on him. I mean, but what the hell is he gonna say? What can he do?
犯人は次元発火装置を仕掛けていると予告しています。
次元？なんだって？
キッチンタイマーを流用した次元発火装置で火花を起こすだけの単純なものですが、現在竜宮レナの要求する解毒剤と偽れる睡眠薬を準備中です。ですが、残された時間が長くありません。予告ではタイマーの設定は午後7時。
I looked at the wall clock. It was 6:45. It's over. What? There were only 15 minutes left. I hear Rena screaming into the phone.
時間通りです。急いでくださいね、大石さん。1秒たりとも遅れることは許しません。
What the fuck do we do?
聞こえてると思いますが、竜宮レナはタイマーの設定延長には応じないようです。あと15分で本気で心中するつもりです。
I remembered thinking the same way as Rena. After I killed Rena and Mion, I knew the police would come. I thought someone would solve the mystery after I was dead. If that's what Rena was thinking, then she had been planning to kill herself in the beginning.
それで俺にどうしろと？
睡眠薬がもうじき届きます。だが交渉中に爆発したら元も子もありません。あなたに次元発火装置を見つけ出して解除していただきたいのです。
よく映画で見るよう
Oh god, I can't do that. Like, what are we talking about? It's probably upstairs on the second floor or something. Like, I don't know.
犯人の予告によるならば、
Or, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Where would it have to be in the classroom?
電池でなくコンセントに挿して動くタイプの目覚まし時計状のものと思われます。教室内のコンセントに何か刺さっていませんか？
There's one outlet in the back and another at the front of the classroom. I checked, but I didn't see anything that was plugged in.
いや、教室内のコンセントには何も刺さっていない。
よその場所で発火しても確実性は低いでしょう。間違いなく教室内にあるはずです。
Okay, okay.
多分ないぜ。廊下からコードが引かれてるのはレナが話してる電話だけだ。そのキッチンタイマーが電池式ってことはないのか？
Right, yeah.
電源を供給するタイプですので、あるいは
I mean, I feel like it could be, right? Like, yeah. It's just light off a fire anywhere would probably...
学校中を調べろってことかよ。あと15分でか？くそ、俺は負傷中なんだぜ。
But if I stayed here, I'd die in 15 minutes. I guess you have to do something. This wasn't time to be pessimistic. This was probably my last chance to stop this tragedy from taking place. She spread the gasoline while I went out to deliver the scrapbook, so she must have done it in a fairly short time. I really didn't think she had enough time to spread it anywhere else other than the classroom. Then where was the time bomb?
こちらも努力しています。ですから、そちらでもご協力をお願いします。以上です。質問がなければこれで更新を終了しますが、何かありますか？
特にない。あ、いや、一つある。
何でしょう？
大石の親父に言っといてくれ。よくも人の古傷を
Oh,
レナに話しやが
yeah,
った。
right? Like, fuck you. Actually. Please. Thank you. Thank you.
2発殴るぜ。俺のことをレナに喋った分と、レナのことを俺に喋った分だ。
了解。大石さんも竜宮レナに踊らされたとだいぶへこんでます。きっと殴らせてくれますよ。
God.
以上でよろしいですか？
ああ、このおしゃべりだけで数分食っちまった。切るぜ。
ご無事を。
Oh god, we have 10 minutes. Like, what do we do? It's like, Rena was still on the phone. Oishi-san was definitely trying to stall her. From what I could hear, it sounded like he was telling her that they investigated the main Sonozaki residence and found something awful in their secret basement or something like that. Hey, if you went too far, Rena would believe everything again. Mion was going to get hit again for lying. Oh god, well...
Keiichi.
Yeah, Rika, say something, do something. Rika-chan and Sadako crawled up to me.
聞いてたか？
トラップは私の先輩特許でしたよ。
It's quite the trap,
レナさん
huh?
のお株を奪われるなんて、こんなの死んでも死にきれませんわ。
Sadako. Sadako realized how serious the situation was as well. The lives of the hostages, including her own, were about to be taken. Yet she tried to remain strong.
もし死んでもレナを恨まないでくれ。
Well, I mean, she'll be dead,
レナ
so...
は病気なんだ。運悪く悲しい病気にかかっただけなんだ。
Rika, please tell me you have the syringe in your pocket
だ
still.
ってそうだろ。
Please.
俺たちはあんなにも明るくて楽しい仲間だったレナをよく覚えてるだろ。
サトコ、僕はレナもみんなも素敵な仲間だと信じていますのですよ。
Of course.
あんなミオンさんにあんな乱暴する人を仲間なんて認められますの？サトコだってわかるはずなのです。心の中の鬼が暴れ出してどんなに悲しくても抗えない時があるのを知っているはずなのです。
Oh. Sadako quietly hung her head. I didn't understand what Rika-chan was trying to say to Sadako, but maybe.
レナさんを信じてますわ。
偉いぞ、サトコ。
I hugged Sadako's head. Rika-chan's arms were tied, so she couldn't embrace Sadako, but she put her forehead closer to her in praise.
さて、世界最高のト
Yeah,
ラップ名人
what the hell did we do?
この部屋を爆破するにはどこに次元発火装置を仕掛ける？
お任せなさいませ。その装置はコンセント
Yeah,
に
somewhere
繋
else
が
there's
って
an
なきゃいけま
outlet
せんわね。
that's like not, you
そう
know.
だ。でもこの部屋とは限らないぞ。他の部屋にもガソリンが撒いてあって、そこに仕掛けてある可能性もある。
いいえ、そんな時間はなかったと思い
Okay,
ますです。
okay. Yeah, when would she have done
多分
that,
レナは
right?
教室のすぐ近くに隠してあったガソリンを持ってきて、この部屋に巻くくらいだったのですよ。
そういやレナは昨べ俺と別れるとき、明日の準備があるって言ってた気がするぜ。ってことは何かの仕掛けを昨べのうちにしてあった可能性もあるな。
それだけのヒントで私はここに芋虫状態。なかなかに意地悪な難易度の爆弾探しゲームでございますわね。
Oh god.
サトコなら見つけられる。サトコに見つけられないなら俺にも無理だろうな。だから俺はサトコを信じて全部をかけるぜ。
Oh,
サトコな
all
ら
of
で
his
きます。
trust.
レナを救うためにも見つけ出してほしいのです。仕方ありませんわね。本気の私の前にはレナさんのトラップだって問題にもならないことを証明して差し上げてみせましたよ。
さあもう一度聞くぜ。この部屋を爆発させるなら次元発火装置をどこに仕掛ける？
Sadako grinned and then closed her eyes to concentrate. Oh, okay, okay. Oh god, is that the end? Fuck. Or this might be a super ridiculously long subchapter, I don't know. We might be stopping there. I don't think man, I know I said we're gonna try and power through, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if all of that hit me so hard earlier. I just feel like in order to do the rest of the chapter justice, however much is left from here, you know, it's not like this was a short episode by any means, so no complaining, right? No, I think we're gonna stop there. We'll finish next time, right? I assume this has to be the last one, right? Like, if it's gonna be this long. So yeah, we'll finish next time. Oh god. Okay, I guess, right? I don't know what else to say. I just think I think I gotta stop. I think I have to. It's God. Okay, so yeah, we'll finish up next time. I suppose that's it. So, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. And God, we'll see what happens. It's at the end of this horrible tragedy. All these clowns putting on a show next time.